scripture with your twisted little games. Bro, we won't accept the scripture with the sickness it contains. If your aim is to convince me, bring your wisdom, don't complain. This the cross unit, aka the Lord's movement. For you this unfortunate, y'all love to play Judas. Oh, you got the verses to the but my God do it. Oh, you finna learn today this Christian not stupid. Cross unit, whoop, whoop, cross unit, amen. 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 It's brother Maverick. Don't make a statement when you come up that you may pretend. Don't be just asserting lame positions that you can't defend. I'm here to debate the truth right now, not just to make a friend. They I sense the demons in your voice, that's when my patience ends. Make no sense of what exactly are you bragging over. I hope you reflect on this today, that your anger sobers. I ain't handing over no control to random copers who cannot control their own emotions. Let the damn flow over, you don't get it, you don't know cause you don't introspect. You a body and I can tell you run scripts up on the net. Always leaning on emotion, bro, to use your intellect. Where you always waffle talking over proves your ill intent. Your prophet had no morals, someone should've called police upon him. Cause the story was so awful, he was also very boring. Try to stay awake through it, but it don't leave me snoring. The result of authorship when logic is completely foreign. It's the cross unit, aka the Lord's movement. For you this unfortunate, y'all love to play Judas. Oh, you got the verses to the but my God do it. Oh, you finna learn today this Christian not stupid. Cross unit, whoop, whoop, cross unit, amen. 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 It's brother Maverick. Hey, hey, it's brother Maverick. Hey, let's go. It's brother Maverick. Hey, hey, it's brother Maverick. Hey, let's go.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, to a very, very special Sunday edition of the Cross Unit, man. Hold on. Is that Harvest? Hold on. I'm hearing myself from somewhere. Give me 1 second, guys. I should not be hearing myself. Oh, that was weird. Okay, I don't hear myself anymore, so that's good. That was weird, guys. I never hear my own voice, so that was kind of strange. Yeah, guys, you guys know I never go live on Sunday, but I have spent the last few weeks reaching out to some friends, some secret weapons, if you will, from all over the country, all over the world. Actually, there's one who is international, quite literally, guys. And you guys are gonna see what I'm talking about here in a second. And you guys see the prompt: Jesus is God, not a Muslim, and the Trinity is logical. I'm going to allow any Muslim to attack whichever one of those they want. We are waiting for someone else on the TikTok side as well, but that's not an issue, guys. We're going to go ahead and get started. Let's do what we always do and start off with the word of the day from the book of Isaiah chapter 12, verse 4. Give thanks to the Lord, call on his name, make known among the nations what he has done, and proclaim that his name is exalted. Here's the prayer, guys. If you want to pray with me, go ahead and bow your heads. Holy God, please stir our hearts to share your passion and love for our lost world. May our lives, money, ministry, concern, and love be used to do more of your work throughout the world. Please, O Lord, especially bless the efforts of all those who share the gospel of Jesus with grace in cultures different from their own. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen and amen. Want to say huge shout out to my guests on the other side. Amen. Thank you, brother. Now, guys, here's the thing. On the YouTube side, I'm going to go ahead and show and share with you who is here with us and who is going to cook. Now that we are finally here, I can share with you guys what we're going to be doing, guys. I literally have heavy hitters here who talk about this on a regular basis. And yes, I know, guys. Yes, I do talk about this. But these are guys, these are people whom I have learned from. These are people who I have been watching since before the Cross Unit was even a thing, guys. Since I was over here playing Fortnite like a fool on the internet, these guys were already out here doing the thing, man. And I'm very honored, very honored that they are here. So without further ado, here on YouTube, we have, and I feel like I shouldn't say it because on TikTok people are gonna start running, but that's okay. That's okay because we got somebody with numbers here on TikTok. Huge shout out to you, Duran. Appreciate you coming through to support, man. So we have, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we got Bear the Image right off the bat. Bear, if you want to go ahead and you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, your ministry real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to introduce our next guest.
What's up, man? What's up? Thanks for having me. Yeah, no, you guys know what I do, man. I just talk to Muslims all day and pull my hair out, you know. So that's it. I'm not nothing special. The next guy is a little bit more special. So.
So he is away from his seat for the moment, guys. So we're gonna go ahead. So Bear, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove you from scene, because if people on TikTok see you, they're not gonna request up, man. They're not gonna request up. That's unfortunately, guys. That is. Comes with the territory, man. They see certain people on your panel, they're not going to request up, right? So I believe me, I spent a long time thinking about how I wanted to do this, and that is not it, guys. We have actually a couple more people. We're going to have minimum 3 on the YouTube side. There is one that I am hoping is going to be able to make it, and all very, very fundamentally grounded in the orthodoxy, guys. So it's a pleasure for me. It is an honor for me. Gat Ruleg, what's up, man? Are you a Muslim?
Yo, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, brother? Are you a Muslim?
Yo, yeah, I'm a Muslim.
What's up, brother? Yeah, so you're a Muslim. Okay. So we have a prompt here. Jesus is God, not a Muslim, and the Trinity is logical. Which one do you want to do? You there, brother?
Oh, sorry. Jesus is God.
You want to do Jesus is God? All right, brother. So, unfortunately, you are the first individual that is going to be involved in this gauntlet. All right, now, here, let me go ahead and add to scene, brother. Let me go ahead and change up the scene. And this is the gentleman who you will be talking to, rather. And if you don't believe that Jesus is God, go ahead and explain to my home skillet. Bear the image. Why don't you believe Jesus is God, bro? Go ahead. Tell him why Jesus ain't God. I want to know.
Okay, so, do you believe the human aspect of Jesus was all powerful?
Do I believe the what? The kingdom?
The human aspect.
Oh, the human aspect.
nature.
Okay, was what? All powerful?
Yeah.
No.
Is God all powerful?
Yes.
So then Jesus, who is a human, can be God, right?
Jesus. So we're talking about like the capability of a nature. So we're talking about persons and nature right now. So nature would be like the principle of operation, like how you act. So when we're talking about the person of Jesus, he is God because he possesses the divine nature, but his second nature, which is the human nature, is not going to be all powerful. That doesn't mean the person is not.
Okay, so when you say Jesus is God, are you referring to the entirety of Jesus?
What do you mean by the entirety?
Like every aspect, or
I'm talking about
every...
the person is divine.
Okay, and the personhood does not have the physical, like the body, right? The human aspect. I mean, the person aspect.
No, the person possesses a second nature, which would be a human nature. It's the incarnation.
So Jesus in his entirety can be considered God. Only his divine nature can be considered God,
I don't know.
right?
When you keep saying the entirety, I don't know what you mean by that.
Like in every way. Like,
are you talking about the person or the nature?
All of Jesus. All of Jesus. Take everything into account.
All of Jesus? Can you be specific?
Everything into account.
I didn't hear the last thing you said.
Once you take every aspect of him.
Okay, but we need to be specific on what we're talking about, because you were referencing.
No, it's a yes or no question. But it's a yes or no question. In his entirety, can he be considered God? Yes or no?
In his entirety, what does that mean?
Him in every single way.
Okay, brother, listen. The person of Christ is God because it's a divine person. The divine nature that he possesses is God. The divine person who is God takes on a created nature, which is a human nature. That nature is not God, but the person who possesses that nature is God. Okay, that's my position. Go ahead and you can argue from there.
Okay. So what's your evidence that he is God?
Okay, so now we shifted the topic.
Yeah, I think we're done with that topic, so we can talk to.
Great. Yeah, we believe he's God because the Bible says he's God. He claims to be God.
The Bible. Oh, perfect. So, if you were to prove the Bible is false, that would obviously mean he isn't. So in Mark 13:30, I believe, it says the smallest of seeds is a mustard seed. That's actually false because a smallest seed is an orchard seed.
The argument so fast. Oh my God.
Wait, no, how did I switch the argument?
The mustard seed.
You said the Bible is true, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said because of the Bible. So then I'm proving Bible to be false because it has contradictions.
What's the contradiction?
I just told you. Did you hear what I said?
You talking about the mustard seed?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about it? It's not a contradiction.
Why?
What's the contradiction? That's your job to present the contradiction. What is it?
I already said it, man. You should be listening to me carefully. It's a contradiction because it says
I'm really
the
scared. I'm really
smallest.
scared of your
Whoa, whoa,
arguments.
whoa!
That's why.
Listen,
I'm a little
listen. You gotta
nervous.
let me
Talk a little
finish,
slower.
man. You gotta let me finish. Okay.
Mm.
It says in Mark 13:30. I'm not 100% sure if it's that, but it says it along those verses that the smallest of the seed is a mustard seed. It's objectively false because the smallest of seeds is an orchard seed. So how do you account for that error?
An orchard seed. Okay. And you don't think it's possible in the context that he's speaking hyperbolically?
Oh no, there's no evidence to come to that conclusion.
Really? Why don't we pull up the context and see?
Sure.
Okay. So why don't you pull up the verse, since you're the one presenting it, and we can read the verses right after it. They keep saying
I'm
it's
sorry,
my
could you
mic,
say that again?
Mav. I don't know. I'm gonna increase it on my end, but I don't know if it's your soundboard or mine.
I'm sorry, could you
You
say
know what?
you just said?
I've increased the volume in TikTok Live Studio and Video Ninja, and some people are saying
your mine just now, so I don't know if that's gonna help. But
I don't know. We can keep. I can crank you up on Video Ninja, but then it's gonna sound like you're clipping. So.
We don't want to clip it.
How many Bibles do you have? Old Zionists have
Muhammad, bro. Hey, he left on you. He left, bro.
He left.
He left.
Oh man, I really wanted him to read that.
Nah, you, Muhammad. We're not even talking to you yet, brother. The one that Bear was talking to left, man. He left.
Already, man. That's crazy.
Oh, that was quick.
Well, I'm here.
I know, Muhammad. Give me a second, brother. So I'm running a live here. Give me a second. We will get to you right now. Well, Bear, that was quick. I was actually about to bring up Matthew 13, 31, and 32, guys, and show it for context. And then as soon as I was bringing it up, I looked and he got, bro, if you disconnected accidentally, whatever, you're more than welcome to come back up and finish your conversation with Bear. Stephen Whale, we have turned Bear up already substantially, brother. Like, the only thing I can do is like put his mic up to like.
To see if that helps.
Yeah,
so
no, it's.
Yo, I don't know. Wait. I forgot I'm on the panel for a second. I completely forgot. Yo, the volume is really high.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bear's volume. Yeah, people in the chat are saying Ali says it's really low for them. Let me see something. Co-hosting creators.
I forgot I was on the panel for a second. I was just spamming in the comments, but no, his mic is quite high.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For the audience is saying he's low, but I mean I've turned him up a lot. Secondary and then chat.
I thought the one about YouTube, but then I remember that they wouldn't be on YouTube, it's on TikTok.
Correct.
So no. Anyway, these are flimsy little things that you're worried about, brother. Look.
Muhammad, I'm sorry, you must have lost your mind, brother. I don't care about your opinion about what we're talking about. All right, because there's other people.
It's a reality.
Yeah, no, it's not a reality. Okay, if you want reality, I can give you reality. All right, brother. All right, be quiet.
Or maybe.
So where was
AJ? One sec, Mohammed. One sec. AJ says something in the comments might be right. Maybe for the Mohammed, bro, chill. Maybe it's the people in the chat. Maybe it's low for them. Maybe for the people in the panel.
But that's the thing. Like if I raise, you know what? The last thing I can do is I'm gonna raise it up on the volume mixer, guys, and hopefully that helps. I'm not gonna raise it too much because when you raise things up on a volume mixer, it gets too loud too fast. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna raise it up a bit because we got the next guest coming up now. Muhammad, now that unfortunately my mods had to muzzle you, brother, because you didn't have any self-control. That's okay. We'll overlook that. The prompt is Jesus is God, not a Muslim, and the Trinity is logical. You are welcome to attack any one of those things, but considering the guest that I am going to have you speaking to, good luck, and you will see who that's going to be here in a second. My dog, man. I'm really honored to have you here, man. And let's go ahead and let you cook, baby. Let's go ahead and let you cook. Go ahead. I want you to tell my friend here why you think that Jesus is not God or that the Trinity is illogical. Go ahead, Muhammad. You talk about whatever you want. Go ahead, brother.
You talking to me?
Yeah,
okay.
no.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Look, I'm in Australia and it's freezing cold here. Okay. My brother, the reality is, where was Jesus when Adam was created? And who created Jesus and who created Adam?
Jesus was literally walking with Adam in the garden in Genesis.
Oh, come on, mate. Grow up. Grow up. Seriously. Mary gave birth to Jesus. He was already walking before he was before he was, no, no, no. Let me answer this question. So Jesus was walking with Adam in the garden, yet he was born through Mary, right? So how logical is it? Wait,
Okay,
tell me.
that's referring to the incarnation. My question is, in
Don't worry
Genesis,
about
who
don't
is
worry
it
about the
that?
Bible, the reality. Let's look at
Oh
facts.
dear
Your
God,
Bible
you
has
are
been altered.
insufferable. Okay, who was walking with Adam in the cool of the day in the garden in Genesis?
Brother, listen, your Bibles have been altered by the Zionist terrorists. They know how gullible you Christians are. And not only gullible, they're stupid, you people are, man.
You got any evidence for that, dog?
Muhammad, stand by
now.
for a second. Nick, they're saying you have an echo on your side. I hear an echo as well, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you hear it.
Yeah,
or not.
it's Nick. It sounds like your mic isn't connected. Like
No, he's I can hear him, but I must be on your end because Bear didn't have an echo, but you do. So yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna launch this from another web browser anyway, guys, to see if maybe that helps with some of the sound issues. I don't see why that would make a difference, but give me a second, guys. I'll be with you right now. Here, let me bring this. Oh, sorry. Yeah, let me bring up here we go. Here we go, guys. No worries. That's weird. I've never had these kind. Okay, yeah, we're back. We're back. Give me a second, guys. I'm just bringing up. Yeah, allow.
it's calm. The Zionist must have tampered with Nick's mic.
Yeah, must be. Nick got a very impressive setup, though. I have seen it. So, all right, let's go chat. Nope, let's go multicam. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go, guys. Give me 1 second so they can hear me because it's selecting the wrong stuff. Secondary and multi-track. There we go. All right. So now, Nick, try to talk now, brother.
Hello.
Yeah, it's, Bear, say something.
My check.
Okay, yeah, Barry. Okay, yeah. Go ahead, Nick. It's not horrible, brother. We could deal with it. It is not horrible at all. Go ahead, Nick. So, continue on. I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead.
It's the same guy?
Yeah, it's the same guy. Same guy. Yeah.
I mean, I just want to know who was walking with Adam in the cool of the day.
This is what you are saying, so I don't know. You tell me.
I'm asking you, bro. You said it wasn't Jesus, so I said, who is it?
I don't know. There was no one there, man. Who created Adam?
That's not answering my question. I want to know who in Genesis. If you haven't read it, it's okay. You can say that. But who was walking with him in the cool of the day?
You put that question. You should know the answer. There was no one there.
Okay, Jesus. Do you agree?
Sorry.
Okay, Jesus. Do you agree?
Jesus what, man? What Jesus? Do I agree? What? Jesus what? Sorry.
That it was Jesus.
No, there was no. Man, honestly, I know in this day and age, how stupid is it? Jesus was born through Mary, but he was already in the Garden of Eden, right? How stupid are you, man?
Then who was it? If you're gonna say
You tell me. There was no one there. There was no one there. You asking me the question, so you know the answer. There was no one there. I'm telling you the answer. Sorry?
It's in Genesis when it says, and he walked with Adam in the cool of the day. Who is that?
Brother, this book, your Bibles have been corrupted, altered by the Zionists because that. Now listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Okay. Yeah, the Zionists, they know how gullible and stupid you Christians are. Same as they give you the 9/11, they blew the living shit out of those twin towers because they know how stupid you people are.
Have a good one, brother. Have a good one, bro.
This is insane, bro. The IQ on these people is horrible.
That an absolute bot. Holy crap.
Oh my gosh. So guys, Nick, and to no one's surprise, guys, Bear and Nick have gotten very quick. You can call them concessions or just botting out one way or another. These guys are, you can see on site. Man, we have no guest requests. What? That's all right, guys. We will go ahead and continue on. Yeah, guys, we got Deron Dorsey on this side, so it's not a numbers thing. And now imagine if Bear and Nick were actually sitting on the TikTok panel, right? So I'm going to go ahead and keep on hiding them because if I don't hide them, you know they're not going to come through. They're not going to request. So Nick, we didn't get to do your introduction, brother. Go ahead and tell us, how did you start, man? How did you get into this? I was telling everybody how I started off watching you and Bear and Logic and them. How did you get started, man?
I mean, I watched a lot of people too. like Jay Dyer and them. I watched a lot of people, and I mean, I was a Protestant when I first started, so I didn't really know what the frick I was doing, to be honest, at all.
Yeah.
And I was like brand new into Christianity, Protestant type of stuff, like not just regular Protestant.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of got started and I started learning. I watched debates and it made me like learn a lot. It made me think. And then so I kept learning more and more. I was like, I kind of wanted to debate. And so I just started on TikTok, I started debating random people, and eventually I got better and better. I was like, maybe I should start a YouTube. So I started YouTube like a year ago. And then, you know, I'm here now, man.
There you go, man. There you go, guys. And that's you know, that's what's funny about that is that a lot of people end up saying the same stuff. When you get into this game, if you want to call it, and you start talking and you start looking for apologetics responses, I've noticed that a lot of people, just like Nick just said, including myself, you kind of get, and this is not a shout to anybody, but that please nobody get offended. This is not what I'm trying to say, but I kind of got unprotestantized when I started looking through apologetics responses, because if you are a Protestant and you're getting into apologetics, I'm going to tell you the hard truth, guys. You're literally just stealing the Orthodox views on things. You're not getting this from a Protestant history. You're getting these things from the Orthodox view. Almost everything you learn is going to be from the early church fathers, from the Orthodox view. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm not trying to say it to, you know, to start a feud or nothing like that. But what Nick said is 100% true. And that's exactly why my faith has moved the way that it has. Thank you so much for the thank you, Ali, for all the gifts you sent. Man, Ali is snapping over here, sending hard hands, sending all kinds of stuff. Thank you so much. All right. Free nudes? Is that your actual name, bro?
It is.
That's his name.
Yeah.
This guy follows me around. Like I deal with him like once or twice a week, man. So we can have Nick deal with him this time. I'll pass it since I deal with him every week.
I'll do it, but this man is jobless.
Oh my, yeah, I can see that voice. Hold on. All right, guys, go ahead. Free nudes, are you still there?
Yeah, who was the first voice? I don't even know who that was.
No way. I got Fearless Truth and Bear the Image on Video Ninja so that Muslims don't run away from them on TikTok. All right, brother. Well, let's go ahead and add Nick back. And if you want to talk to Nick, we'll get you to talk to Nick. Let's go. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, what's up, Nick?
What's up, man?
Hey, so I was hoping that you could give me an example of the logic used to establish the personhood outside of the Trinity.
Yeah,
like the personhood is granted within the Trinity, huh?
Yeah, we can use the same logic that we use for the humans being persons, because personhood and humans are going to be the same defining factor as it is for God and the Trinity.
I asked for an example outside of the Trinity,
and I said
where
humans.
the logic applies.
Bro, oh my God! I just said humans, bro. There's no way, bro.
So you said that humans are granted personhood the same way that the persons of the Trinity are granted personhood.
Yes.
And what is the criteria that humans meet that the persons of the Trinity meet?
Underlying reality of a rational nature.
Okay, and rational means what in that context?
Rational means that you have the potential to see things in a way that you can perceive your own existence and perceive your own ending.
Perceive your own ending as in predict your own death?
No, it just means that you can actually contemplate life. That's one of the marks of being rational, is being that you can contemplate things. You can rationalize things in your mind.
So is the only way to contemplate life through the use of human language?
No.
Okay, so is it possible that like orcas are also persons according to your criteria?
No, I don't think the orcas have rationality.
Would you say that their ability to use waves and work together would prove a rational mind when they knock seals off of
I think ants also can build some pretty cool huts, but I don't think that means that they're rational.
And what is your justification for not granting them a rational mind.
You can give ants a quadrillion billion years, they ain't never gonna build Bluetooth. You can give orcas a billion years, and never gonna start building skyscrapers in the ocean.
Yep.
Okay, well, if those two criteria are necessary to grant personhood, then where did the Father, Son, or Holy Spirit build skyscrapers or provide Bluetooth?
Heaven.
So you're telling me right now that the Bible says that there are skyscrapers and Bluetooth in heaven? So according to the two examples you just provided, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit don't have personhood or shouldn't be granted personhood.
Okay. Does the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit have the ability to contemplate their own existence and to do things that are outside of their own existence? Such as, in a paradigm, could the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit build skyscrapers and do all of these wonderful things that you have to have rationality for?
I would say the only evidence for that is that humans say they do.
Okay, well,
so if I say ants and orcas do, are orcas and ants going to be granted personhood?
Orcas
if I
what?
say that they have the ability to do those things?
They have the ability to do what things?
To contemplate their lives.
Yeah, if you could say the orcas can contemplate their own existence, they could do things outside of their own selves, contemplate their life, their afterlife, contemplate how to do things like succeed a society like humans do. Then sure, you could, if you could give me some evidence for that.
Okay, so the structures of ant hills that are found underground would be in relation to the ant considered skyscrapers the same way that skyscrapers above the ground in relation to the size of humans are
ant hills are like skyscrapers
and as they go down, yes, in relation to the size of the ant and the people building them, they would be similar in size.
What, you think ants are people?
That's what we're trying to establish, is whether or not ants can be granted personhood according to the criteria that you use to grant personhood to the persons of the Trinity.
So you think because they build underground like structures, that's why you think they're persons?
Not only do they build them, but they build them in an equivalent size to what humans build in relation to their size in the skyscrapers.
Yeah,
Would
you
you
think
agree to
ants
that?
can contemplate their own existence?
Yes, I do.
All right, you got any evidence of that?
I say so. The same way that humans have said that the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit say that they can contemplate their existence.
You say so, man. Wow, that's great evidence.
There it is.
I don't know what to tell
Is
you.
that
That's
all
your
the
evidence
evidence that you
man,
have
I
for
guess.
the Trinity?
Huh?
What proof do you have that the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit can contemplate their existence? Is it a human said so?
Because according to the first mover argument, they would be the first mover.
And a human said that, right?
I don't know what you mean a human said that. I'm using a deductive argument.
A deductive argument that you heard from a human? So a human's opinion is that this is the case?
I don't think logic is mind dependent. So, I mean, I don't think logic is based on humans. It's human dependent.
I would argue that logic is human dependent because it's part of human knowledge, and all human knowledge is grounded in the human mind.
Okay, so before humans, there was no logic.
No, because human language is what is used to describe human logic. So no, before humans, there could be no logic.
Okay, so before humans, could the sun and the sky both exist and not exist at the same time?
The sun and the sky would not be described with human language.
Okay, just using our language, how we describe it, but going back prior, could the sun and the sky both have existence? Could it be concrete and non-concrete at the same time?
So you're saying, could the tool be used before the tool creator?
Brother, what?
So you're saying, can the sun and the sky...
God, rose and suffer. Well, I'm asking, before humans existed, is it possible the sun and the sky could both exist and not exist at the same time?
The statement, the sun and the sky cannot exist before humans existed.
I'm not asking about the statement itself. I'm asking about the entailment of the statement.
The entailment of the statement. So the statement could never be true because the statement could never be made. So there is no
Brother, I'm
entailment that
not
can be
asking about the
concluded.
statement. I'm asking about the entailment of the statement.
Right, so the statement can never be made. The humans must
Oh my
exist
gosh,
in
oh
order
my
for the
gosh.
statement to be
Dude,
made. So
statements can be
logical
made about
claims
things that
require the
didn't-
existence
bro,
of
This
humans.
is crazy, bro. Statements can be made about things prior. If they didn't have the word rock 1,000 years ago, I can still say they had rocks 1,000 years ago because that's the entailment, even if they don't have the statement. So the entailment of the statement, we're just talking about existence, things that exist in the universe. Could the sun both exist and not exist at the same time?
Could the sun both exist and not exist at the same time? If there's nobody there to observe it, there's no way to come to a conclusion that is 100% certain.
So it's possible, right? You're saying it is possible that before humans, the sun and the sky could both exist and not exist at the same time.
And you're asking me if it's possible for there to be an observation made or a conclusion derived with 100% certainty when there's nobody there to observe or make the statement.
Crap, bro. We're talking about concrete existence. Concrete existence. Not observation of the existence, but the concrete existence
requires an
itself.
observer, correct?
What?
So it is logically possible that the sun came in and out of existence before there was an observer there.
What are you talking about?
Real quick, guys.
Did I ask him a
You're
simple
asking
question?
to provide evidence of something when there's nobody there to prove your claim. So you're providing an unfalsifiable.
Nudes, hold on.
Could I
muted
ask
you,
him
brother.
a simple question?
Hold
real
on, hold
quick?
on, guys. Hold on.
Why did I get muted
nudes
in the middle of my statement?
Because I am the host and I'm muting you because I'm trying to make something clear to my audience. If that's okay with you, I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me run my life the way that I want.
And you're interested.
Yes, I am.
This guy is literally
Dude,
insufferable. He is
couldn't wait until I
genuinely
was-
insufferable.
Dude, so here's the thing, guys. You guys can keep telling me to drop him. This is Nick's conversation. These guys have done me the favor to come from all over and take time out of their schedule to run live with me.
Now?
Oh my gosh. Dude, are you like genuinely like, do you have conversations in real life?
So when Nick is done with him, guys, that's when the conversation will be over, is what I'm trying to say.
When you interrupt me, don't act like the victim. You dumbasses.
Go ahead, Nick.
Dude, do you have friends in real life?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I got
There's no way he does.
You have friends.
He can't.
Yep. We're friends in Christ. We go to church every Sunday.
Yeah, so you don't have friends in real life.
Yeah, my pastor.
So you don't have friends. You don't have a job.
Bear, you were not exaggerating at all, bro.
That's why. I mean, he literally comes on my live once a week.
I can't be friends with the people I go to church with.
That's why I didn't want to talk to him.
Hey, if you weren't part of a religion, would you have friends? Do you pretend to believe in a God so you have friends?
Oh my God, bro! I don't know about you, but like we can have friends outside of church. I don't know if you know how to make friends. Do you know? What do you think a friend is?
You can, but
bro?
you don't, right?
What do you think a friend is?
It's a companion.
So you don't have any companions in your life?
Who said I don't?
You.
Oh my gosh.
I just said you're jobless and friendless, and you said, so what?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
What did I say before that, though? I said I have friends in my church.
So which is it? Is it so what? You don't have friends or you do? Which one is it?
I have friends. I have lots of friends. That was my first answer.
So then why you switch it up and say so what after?
Why are we talking about friends? I thought we were here to talk about
because I'm trying to help
Trinity,
you, bro. You need companionship in real life. You need to get off the internet and touch grass, bro.
You need to get off the internet and touch.
Do you mind if I ask him one question?
Who is molesting the mute button right now?
It's really simple.
Yeah, I'm done talking. This is he weird, bro. I don't know. He needs psychiatric help.
Free. Do you think? Because
Hey,
based
you
on
went
what
way
I'm
longer
hearing,
than I normally would, bro. Holy crap.
based on what I'm hearing,
So you
with
can
your
see
conversation-
that it's not
Free,
logical.
Wait, free.
I
one
can
sec,
see
one
that
sec.
you need to go to Indeed.com. That's what I can see too.
Based on the
Go ahead,
based on the
Arts.
conversation
Before
I've
we
been
move on, go
seeing,
ahead, bro.
You have it's
So
really
you're going to run from the conversation. You're going to bring up friends and jobs, and you're just going to run from the conversation that we were having because what? You got nothing.
Hey,
You blast the mute button.
what
You sit up here
logic
every
is?
day, and that's all you got.
Curious thing. You mentioned personhood. What do you think personhood is? What do you think the difference between personhood and being is?
Personhood is a unique point of view that's granted to specific existences.
And that entails what? What are the essential characteristics of that?
The essential characteristics, if we bring up corporations, we can break down how personhood is established and granted for corporations. Do you know what the criteria is for personhood to be granted corporations?
To call someone a person, what is the essential characteristics?
You do this more than I do, so I'm testing your knowledge. Do you know how corporations are granted personhood?
Dude. I already gave my answer. I'm asking you now. What do you think the essential characteristics are to be a person?
Just told you a distinct
you didn't give me any. You didn't give me not one characteristic. Give me
category
essential characteristics
of existences. Corporations are granted personhood. Do you know how that?
Do you have to be a corporation to be a person?
No, you don't have to be a corporation, but you can be a corporation and be granted personhood. Do you know the criteria necessary? Do you know the criteria necessary for a corporation to be granted personhood?
You're not hearing my question, so I'll ask one more time. I asked you for the essential characteristics. So don't name something that's not essential. What are the essential characteristics to be a person?
A rational nature is not essential to personhood. In reality. As it corresponds to reality.
I didn't ask what's not as essential. I said, what is this?
Corporations. Do you believe that corporations have a rational nature?
Talking. You're an idiot. You can't even name me one essential characteristic. That's why nobody wants to talk to you, dude. You don't know what you're talking about at all. This is embarrassing.
Give the word. Point of view. Give the word, Nick. Give the word.
Slow as molasses.
I gave one.
I literally just all I did was ask you one question. You can't answer. This is embarrassing.
I answered it, and then you repeated the same question over and over and over again because you know that I answered your question. So you sit up here. This is what you do every day.
What was your answer?
A distinct point of view.
A distinct point of view makes you a person.
One of the criteria is a distinct point of view in reality, yes.
A distinct point of view makes you a person. So you think dogs are persons?
Dogs can be granted personhood legally if they are left anything in a will. So from their point of view, they can't be owners of things.
So dumb, bro. Oh my gosh, he's so dumb. He's genuinely dumb. Like, he's actually dumb. I don't really be saying this about a lot of people because that's rude to say, but he's like genuinely one of them ones that's dumb.
And that's why I got you chasing your tail right now.
Free.
So can you answer my question? I've answered all your questions. Are you going to answer my question? How are corporations granted personhood?
I don't know why this dude's still here.
That's all I need to hear, man.
I wanna
hold on.
I got you to say you're done.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
waiting for you to do it.
That's the cue of me saying you dumb, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, ain't no.
Yeah, buddy, that was interesting. Kilo, are you what are you, brother? What do you believe?
Yeah, I'm here to give an argument against the prompt.
Okay, what do you believe, brother?
Well, that question is a little broad, but maybe index to maybe
it's Bear's turn. This dude's a pseudo intellectual.
Actually, it's not. It's Peace's turn, and he's.
Oh, thank God. That's even better.
No, I'm not talking to Kylo.
Oh, you know who that
I'm
is?
not talking to that troll.
All right.
I'm not talking to that troll.
I'll take it.
I got you.
But I'm not gonna be as long. If he is insufferable, I'm cutting it. I'm cutting it short. Not like Nick making everybody else suffer. What's up, bro?
Is his mic loud or is that just me?
No, I turned it down. Go ahead.
It's probably.
It sounds pretty loud, but yeah, sure.
Loud?
No, don't worry about it, Bear. I'm turning it down on Video Ninja. That's from earlier, so I just turned it.
Okay.
No, yeah, you're good.
Sure.
All right, Bear. Do you accept clarity questions?
Real quick, before you start, what faith are you? I don't even know.
I don't have a faith. I take the atheistic view.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So do you accept clarity questions? Hello?
Sure.
Okay, sure. Do you take it to be the case that the Trinity entails a necessary being?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to give you an argument in virtue of the Trinity being false. So if Cap.kg, if it's possible that he has knowledge that a necessary being doesn't exist, then the necessary being doesn't exist. It is possible. Therefore, the necessary being doesn't exist. And in virtue of that fact, the Trinity is illogical. Do you have a defeater?
I have no idea what you just said.
Okay, we can break it down step by step. No problem. So, to be clear, do you want to clarify the relevant modality when you say the Trinity entails a necessary being?
Well, the Trinity would be, the entailment would be, this is the necessary being because it's the first mover.
Do you remember my question?
Yes. Does it entail a necessary being? This is the description of a necessary being because it's going to be the first mover.
You're not tracking
about it being the first mover if you want. That would be the entailment of it being a necessary being.
Bear, you're not tracking. My most recent question was inquiring on the relevant modality. Now, when you say necessary, that's a modally flavored term. Are you aware of this?
I have no idea what you just said.
Okay, Bear.
Modally flavored, don't know what that means.
Yeah. Okay, Bear. So when you use the term necessary, that term picks out a relevant modality. Things like logical necessity, metaphysical necessity, etc. Now I'm inquiring on the type of necessity you're referring to.
Okay. Necessary being as far as our reality.
No, you're still not getting it. This is why you can't be a
Maybe
lurker.
not, because I don't understand I don't understand your terms. So
I understand you're getting knowledge gap. So do you think the Trinity entails a logically necessary? Hold on, don't do the close laughter.
I get it now. This is what you do. You say a bunch of words and then you say knowledge gap and you think you win.
Don't get it. Okay.
How about right, exactly. So how about you be clear and disambiguate what you're saying and actually present an argument?
Okay, no problem. So is it the case that the Trinity entails a logically necessary being?
I don't know what you mean by logically necessary. Disambiguate.
Okay.
Because I don't trust your words now.
Do you know what necessary means at all?
What do you mean by necessary? Please disambiguate.
Oh my God. Why would you say yes to my question if you didn't even know what necessary meant?
Because I thought I knew what you meant, but now you don't want to disambiguate any of the words. You got one more chance to disambiguate, or I'm going to cut it.
What did you think? You can cut it. You've already got beat on. That's all I needed.
All right, okay.
So you can cut it if you want.
No worries,
all
brother.
right, yep.
Have a good day.
Take care.
Have a good
Easy
day.
Claps.
See you later.
It's part of that little TikTok clan that all has KG at the end of their name. Yeah. And they're like a bunch of nerds who do not get off Discord.
Yeah, that's
they just word salad.
That's weird. Yeah, that's very weird,
this
guys.
Is like a group of them that does this stuff?
Yeah, there's a whole group.
Is it logically necessary, bro? Are you asking if it's necessary or logical first? Like,
is KG knowledge gap? Is that what that means?
It might be.
That's what that is.
It might be.
Wow, how crazy. So I was right. That's all they want to do is just want to act like they're knowledge gapping all this. Yeah, all right, no worries. They can have it.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, he's just speaking word salad and acting like he's doing something.
From what I heard at the end, he was running a reverse modal ontological argument. Is that correct?
I have no idea. Maybe
he said modal flavor or something. I don't know what the frick he said.
All right, we're waiting for.
I heard him say modal flavor.
We're waiting for B and.
From that, John, he was running that. Yes.
Okay. We're waiting for BA to load up. If BA does not load up, Apollo is next, guys. Oh, wait a second. We got free sale? Hold on. Free sale. Can you hear me? Free sale. Are you there? Little girl. Free sale, are you there, man? Can you hear me? Oh, you're screaming into my mic like she lost her mind. All right, free sale. I'm gonna go ahead and hang up on you, brother, and then call back if you want to on Video Ninja. All right, B&A didn't load up Apollo. We're gonna bring up. Let's see if Apollo loads up. And Apollo don't even know who's about to get. Apollo, are you there?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
What's up, man? What's your faith? What do you believe?
Yo, how do you get the worst people
I'm a Muslim,
on here?
man.
Bro.
I know all these names, and those are the worst people I get every day.
I know. Apollo, what's up? What do you believe, man?
I'm a Muslim.
You're a Muslim. All right, brother. Well, here I got somebody who I got an expert for you to speak to. Go ahead, Muslim. I want you to speak to a good friend of mine, and let me know.
Hey, what's up? Peace apologetics. What's good?
What's up?
Nothing.
Did you say you're a Muslim mostly?
No, I said I'm a Muslim.
Fearless, you think you get the worst ones? Esoteric is requesting up, bro. Oh my god.
I'm not gonna. Just a fair warning. I've never talked to this guy before, but on the look of Nick's face, I am not gonna go in circles. This might not be a long conversation, and I'm okay with that. If you can't answer and engage, I will move on pretty quickly.
Understood. Okay, so I'm just going to be attacking the claim that the Trinity is logical, right? And usually when people talk about something being logical, what they mean is that there's no contradiction. It's coherent, it's understandable, and that makes sense, right? So The idea is pretty simple. It's predicated primarily on certain commitments that Trinitarians have. For example, Trinitarians would believe that the Son is Jesus Christ, and of course, believing in that would, of course, let you believe that there exists one divine person, right, which was also possessive of the human nature at some point in time, which I believe is going to be contradictory, and I can give the argument in favor of that claim.
So what's the contradiction?
Yeah, so the contradiction is just going to be that the Son is essentially omnipotent and the Son is essentially non-omnipotent. See, when you're talking about natures, like divine nature and human nature, you're talking about like the essential characteristics of a given object pertaining to these given categories.
No, I asked what's the contradiction, and you just told me like differences instead. So can you define contradiction?
A contradiction a contradiction is a combination of two diametrically opposed statements in the same respects at the same time.
Same time, same respect, right?
Yep.
Okay, so what's the contradiction with a divine person possessing two natures?
Yeah, well, not just possessing two natures, but possessing the human nature. That was where the contradiction comes from. The contradiction is simply that it follows necessarily that the Son is necessarily omnipotent and is necessarily not omnipotent. That's a contradiction.
Yeah, but that's not in the same sense, so it's not a contradiction by definition.
Oh, that's false, because you have to understand natures would be talking about something in all respects, and natures are not something which can be classified as reduplicative operators. Do you know what a reduplicative operator is?
As what? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I don't know if it's just me that he's choppy.
So there's
I'm really trying hard.
Yeah, so
I'm really trying hard to follow.
Hang on one second.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can fix it. Give me a second, guys.
Yeah, sure.
Let me see if that's.
If you're cutting out, I can take him.
No, hang on. Give me one. So no, she's good. I think there's I think it's feeding through twice on. Try now, guys. Try to talk to each other.
Yo, what's up? Can you hear me? Better? Yeah. Okay, so there's a thing called reduplicative operator. Have you ever heard of that terminology?
I'm sorry, what's the first word?
Reduplicative.
Duplicate developer?
Reduplicative operator. It's called
reduplicative operator?
Yeah. Yep. It's called reduplicative operators. Yeah. It's like
and what's that?
So basically it's an indexical. So for example, if I say that LeBron James is tall as an NBA point guard, but he's not tall in a different respect, the point guard terminology would be an indexical, which makes it the case that those two sentences would not be in the same respects and there would not be a contradiction. But that wouldn't.
Honestly, I don't see how that follows. I don't see how that follows. You're going to need to point to me that the divine person of the Son of God possessing two natures is a contradiction. Like point out the contradiction. It shouldn't be hard.
So to be the
it's a contradiction. A contradiction. If a contradiction is distinctly like opposing, it shouldn't be hard to point out.
Yeah, I've already pointed out the contradiction, but I'll do it again, right? So when you talk about the divine nature, you're talking about the essential features for something to be a divine object. Some of these essential features would include something like omnipotence, right? That means if you possess the divine nature, then you're necessarily omnipotent. If you possess the human nature, you're necessarily non-omnipotent, because what it means to be human entails
in respects to his human nature, right? But his divine person never changes.
I don't think you're understanding. So because of the fact that
when we say in respect to his human nature, it means that if his human nature is in a spatial location, then in respects to his human nature, he's in a spatial location. But that doesn't mean that his personhood isn't divine. I'm sorry, guys.
That doesn't work because when you're indexing when you're saying that they're in different respects, right? The reasons why this does not work.
So you would have to point out a contradiction in the divine person possessing two different natures. You would have to point out the contradiction.
I did, but you understand that essential characteristics are universalizable, right?
He possesses both. So what's the contradiction?
No, I'm asking you a question. Do you understand that essential characteristics are universalizable? Like, do you understand this?
It doesn't matter. He's divine.
it does matter because if it is universal,
we don't apply universals to like something transcendental.
I got you. So the reason as to why it does matter, I'll explain right now. The reason as to why it does in fact matter is because of the fact that it's universalizable. Just possessing the divine nature means that
I just refuted that. So you're saying you understand, and then
right?
you're still.
I'm trying to clarify the points I'm making right now because you wanted me to establish the contradiction, so I'm doing it right now. The very fact of it.
No, you're not. You just keep going back to the fact that his human nature is not omnipotent and his divine nature is.
I'm trying to finish the point.
So what's the contradiction of the divine person possessing both natures?
So I'm trying to deliver the contradiction to make you understand the point, but you're interrupting, right? So it's very simple. Because of the fact that it's universalizable, that means it is going to be the case that the Son is omnipotent in all respects, right? And because the human nature and the essential features of such is also universalizable, that means he's not omnipotent in all respects. So there's going to be
what's the argument that it has to be in all respects? Because if I say he's omnipotent in respects to his divine nature, what's the argument that no, he can't just only be omnipotent in respects to his divine nature? He needs to be omnipotent in all respects, even unqualified.
What's the argument is based off it's based off effects and modal logic. So necessity entails universality. So if something is a necessary characteristic, then it's going to be universally applicable.
I just told you universality can't be applied to a divine being.
No, it does apply to a divine being because nature talks about essences, and the essences are essential characteristics.
That's not an argument for universality being applied to a divine being who transcends any type of universalism.
No, I don't think you understand it again, right? So essential characteristics.
Am I the one that understands?
When you're talking about nature, yes, you're definitely the one that's understanding.
And you're talking about contradictions because
I'm not entertained by these Jedi mind tricks. Could I just finish my point, please? And then you can speak afterwards, please.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you mean by universalized?
Yeah, that means it applies in all cases. So if you possess the essential features
exactly,
to be a human, hold on. If you possess the essential features to be a human, that means you're essentially a human. Then that means there's no case scenario in which you do not
Maverick,
possess these characteristics.
We can hear you. I can hear you. Yep.
I can hear you.
I can hear you, Peace. Can you hear us?
Yeah, but I think your static is like interfering.
I don't know. I don't hear anything. Hang on.
Okay.
We got a little static over here.
So can you hear me now? Gotcha, cool. So I'm saying that because of the fact you possess the human nature, like if you possess the human nature or the essence of being a human, then that means you possess the essential characteristics of being a human. That means necessarily, given that fact, you would be a human. And if you're necessarily a human or you necessarily possess human properties, then there's no case scenario in which you do not possess these properties or the negation towards these properties. The same logic applies here because we're talking about natures here. God is necessarily omnipotent to the greatest, right?
Okay.
Okay, so if God is necessarily omnipotent, that means in all case scenarios,
I'm just confused,
he's omnipotent.
Right?
Wait,
you know what's funny? No, you know what's interesting? I don't know if you realize you're doing this, but you are already yourself categorizing it by saying this nature and that nature. I'm agreeing that to be a specific nature, you have to possess all the essential properties of that nature. So to be a human, you have to possess all essential properties to be human that makes a human a human.
This is just like a
and you have to possess all the divine natures, all the divine properties if you have a divine nature. So I don't disagree with that. The first of all, you came up here talking about the Trinity, and now we're talking about the hypostatic union, which you guys do every single day. But the hypostatic union is simply the divine person uniting himself with a second nature, being the human nature. So what is the contradiction with the divine person uniting himself with the human nature?
So watch me bear this argument, guys. So watch this. So to be clear, you agree that God is necessarily omnipotent. Right?
Answer the question.
Hold on, Peace. 1 second, Apollo. Just so you know, brother, I muted you. I have a pet peeve on my live. Don't you dare address my audience. This is not your live. You don't get that privilege. Okay. If you're gonna have trash rhetoric, then you can take that crap somewhere else. All right. But as you can see, this is not the Apollo live. You don't address my audience. Your pathetic attempt at Korra tactics is not going to work here. Address the argument, or we can go somewhere else with you. Okay.
So
now go ahead and address what they said.
to your question originally, right, which you kind of evaded, right, which is understandable. Do you believe that God is necessarily omnipotent?
What's the argument, bro? Because I told you I'm not going
I'm
to
asking you a question. Okay, so I'm going to give the argument since you are unable to answer.
Because no,
So
because
the
I
answer is
asked
yes.
you a question.
The answer is yes.
Maverick
God
checked
is
you real
necessarily
quick.
omnipotent.
Then you tried to ask me a question, not answer my question, and haven't presented an argument
I asked
since
you the
we
question
started.
first before we started talking, to be clear, and you did not answer the question, but that's fine. I'll just deliver the argument. So the argument is God is necessarily omnipotent, right? So that's going to be the first premise, right? So God is necessarily omnipotent. That means it is impossible for him to not be omnipotent. However, given the commitments that you have, there's going to be a possibility of him also not being omnipotent while simultaneously necessarily being omnipotent. Therefore, there's a contradiction given no more than logic works. That was easy.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. Because you said, so for somebody who knows so many words, you still don't know how to present an argument because you didn't prove anything. And you defined contradiction. You define contradiction the same way I define contradiction. So in simple terms, P and not P at the same time in the same sense. Point out the contradiction. Point out the P and not P at the same time in the same sense. Go.
Yeah, there was literally me claiming the Son is omnipotent in all cases, but the Son is not omnipotent in all cases.
Okay, so what's the argument that it's in all cases?
Because of the fact that natures are descriptive of essences or essential features, and
okay, in all cases, does
all
cases
I'm still
mean
talking.
all
God
senses?
damn,
Also, wait, does all cases also mean in all senses and all natures? Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean? All senses and all natures?
No, that's not what I'm talking about there. They just finished the argument.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, then. Thank you. So if in all cases he is divine, but not in every sense, if he takes on a second nature, that he can also
I never said it's not in every sense. I'm saying
he can also operate in virtue of that nature.
Wait, what
is the P and not P at the same time in the same sense?
Wait, you've lost your mind. I've actually said it's going to be applicable to all cases. What are you talking about? So it will be applicable towards all senses. And I was giving the argument as to why essence.
What is the argument that you already said all senses doesn't even mean all natures and
that's
all
not what I said.
Wait, you said all. You said he didn't mean all senses. You said all cases doesn't mean all senses and all natures.
I never said it does not mean this. I said that's not what I was saying. I was giving an argument for a separate claim.
So does all cases mean all natures and all senses?
It would quantify over all of those cases. Yes, definitely. Now could I finish the argument?
All senses. Okay, right. So what's the argument that God being omnipotent means in all senses and all natures?
Because of the fact that his omnipotence is in virtue of his divine nature, his divine essence, and natures and essences relates to essential features of an object, and that which is essential is that which is necessary, and we know in modal logic, necessity quantifies over all possibilities.
So
in the domain of discourse,
you're saying that it's not possible for God to take on a second nature. That's what you're saying.
Given the fact that natures refers to essential features, yes. It's not possible for him to take on a second nature.
So you're saying that God, wait. So you're saying that God, the all-powerful God, as a Muslim, can't manifest in creation.
You can't manifest as a human, no, definitely not. What would he be able to do?
Oh, so he can manifest as a tree? Can he manifest as a tree?
No, he cannot. No.
No, so when Allah spoke to Musa in a burning tree, was that a tree talking to Musa or was that Allah talking to Musa?
He wasn't manifesting as a tree.
Yes or no? Was it Allah speaking or was it the tree speaking?
Allah was speaking, but he was not a tree at the time.
Being manifested in creation?
I like to derail the conversation because you lost the point.
No, what are you talking about? It's called the argument of consistency, right? You're a Muslim, right? You believe in Allah, right? So you believe he is all powerful, just like I believe that God is all powerful. Even powerful enough to take on a second nature. You believe that Allah took on the nature of a tree. That is not even rational.
Possible for the Christian God to take on the satanic nature? Is that a possibility? Can God right now take on the nature of Satan?
You're just gonna pivot again.
I'm the one giving the argument to pivot away from the point by asking me this question.
You haven't given me an argument. So Allah can manifest through a tree, but God can't take on a human nature.
He's not manifesting through a tree in the sense where he is a tree at a given time or possessed the nature of being a tree. That's irrelevant to the point. Can they get back to the point?
So in a sense, So in a sense, Allah can manifest in creation.
Incorrect.
Right?
Try again.
In a sense, that's not a contradiction.
I'm claiming that that's not the point that I'm making, Carlos. That's an irrelevant point.
That is
Try
the
again.
point. You
No,
said
it
that
isn't. I
if
deny
God
that, to be
manifests
very
in
specific.
creation, that's a contradiction.
No, I claim
Because
that
now
Allah
he's
was
not
manifesting
omnipotent.
as a
Now he's
tree.
not
I said
omnipotent. He's in a tree.
verbatim.
He's not omnipotent. He's in a tree.
I explicitly stated that he would not be a tree in that given case, nor does he possess the nature of a tree. So that's
Oh,
now.
so in a
Get back to the
sense,
point,
so
please.
in a sense, he didn't really change,
No,
right?
not in a sense. Incorrect. I'm denying this again. Can we get back to the point, please?
Yeah, this is the very point.
No, this
That
is not
God
the point. The
taking
point
on
is
a
us
second
talking about
nature
nature
is not a
and the fact that
contradiction.
your God would necessarily be omnipotent and necessarily not be omnipotent at the same time, which is a contradiction.
Yeah,
You
your
asked me.
God
Wait,
is
hold on.
necessarily
You
omnipotent
asked.
and necessarily not omnipotent when he's
We're talking about your God,
manifesting
buddy.
via a
Nice
tree.
try, though. This is the low-tier, dishonest Indian scammer rhetoric that I always face when I go up against Christians. You always do the conversation. We're talking about your God here, not my God, and I'm explicit.
No, we're talking about God and his omnipotence and his power, right?
So I got muted, by the way, but that's fine. I miss you guys anyway.
You
Look,
are
I'm
bringing
telling right
a
now.
logical argument
peace
against
apologetics.
the Trinity, but your argument is inconsistent with your own worldview.
No, it doesn't, because my argument, nor is it the case that Islam is claiming that
You
Allah
already
is a
conceded
tree.
to your own
You guys
argument
claim
in your own
I've not
worldview.
conceded anything with the exception of you being inconsistent in this conversation, just to be clear on that. That's the first point.
Guys, I'm just playing with my food at this
I've
point, but I know one of
explicitly
y'all want to
denied.
like tackle
Why
this
are you being
stuff so
dishonest?
hard.
What's
But
going
go
on? You're
ahead.
panicking
Go
right now.
ahead.
What's going on? I thought
I'm
you were
all
a good
right.
faith interlocutor.
Honestly, he's
So
not
I
giving me
made
an
a-
argument. I already wasted more time than I wanted to, so.
All right, W drop. Appreciate that from Sister Pete. Yeah, at this point, I kind of knew when he realized he was cooked, guys, because he started accusing Peace of not actually addressing the point, and he's saying that's not the point. It actually is the point. The minute you start saying stuff like that, guys, it's pretty much over, and you're betraying your own worldview. That was what was even funnier about that. W Peace. Not that I expected anything less. We have a lot of guests, thank God. Yeah, for those of you who think that she ran, go ahead and request up and try to run the same argument. Let's see. Let's see if you make it any further. Bobby Harris has been waiting for a while. Let's get Bobby Harris up here. Barry, you're on stage. You're on deck, bro. You're on deck. Bear's been warming up back there. I see him. Bear's in the background just snickering, laughing. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys dedicating time on your Sunday, man.
Apollo, to be honest with you, I really wanted to bake him on his Muslim faith.
Okay, brother. We, as you can see, we have plenty of help. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a Christian, in case you have not noticed, there are literally guys from all around the country, all right, on the panel, on the other side. How do I say this nicely? I'm not asking for additional help, okay? Please, guys, if you're Christian, resend your request. G1, you are on stage. What is your faith, man?
Oh, I'm a Christian. I was gonna address the argument that he was given in it, but
Slippery stage, brother. Slippery stage. My bad. I'm sorry. They just mopped the stage, and they're using a new flavor of Fabuloso. It's real slippery, bro. So you got to be careful on stage, man. Yeah.
Really quick, Brother Maverick, I will say for future reference, you don't have to do it right now. For future reference, G1 is solid.
I know. We just have everybody we need right here.
No. I'm just letting you know if he wants to come up and help you anytime. He's
for sure, absolutely. Just today is not. We are packed up. Peace. I cannot hear. Why can't I hear Peace anymore? Hang on one second, guys. I don't know why I can't hear Peace.
Saying anything?
No, she's saying something. Give me a sec. Yeah, she's saying something. Give me a second, guys. That's the one thing. Sometimes Video Ninja acts funky, guys, but that's okay. I just run it on different. Let me see.
Hey, put one in the chat if you hear me.
Okay, there you go. No, I can hear you.
Or
Yeah,
put a bear
I hear you
emoji.
now. Yeah, I hear you guys now. I hear. I just went to TikTok. I mean, not TikTok, to Google Chrome, because it's acting silly.
Because I don't have any streams up, guys, so I'm missing out on the chat side.
I know.
Maverick
I don't have
gotta
mine
get StreamYard now, bro. That's
I'm so sad. I'm debating blind right now, guys.
I can't do StreamYard, man, because I lose too much functionality from my
No
Stream
double
Decks.
screen.
Yeah, I lose too much functionality from my Stream Decks when I do StreamYard.
Well, I don't know, babe. Maybe you should look into.
you could no, you can actually do like OBS through StreamYard if you need.
Oh,
to.
can you?
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe I'll do something like that.
Really?
If I could do that, I'll use that because as much
I mean,
as
literally, I do that every day with my stream. Like I
He be
run
learning
my
the
camera
tips and
through
tricks.
OBS.
Yeah,
Like,
if I can do it and I can bring up guests the way that I do a Video Ninja, because that's what I love about Video Ninja is the fact that it offers you a direct link to put
Can you
your.
guys see Maverick?
no, I can't see him.
Here, well, hold on, I got you.
Okay, hear him though.
I got you. Hold on.
Yeah.
It should be. Hello.
Hello, there you are.
Okay, all right. All right, guys. We got William Hogg. William Hogg, what's up? And then we got, oh, God, Adam and Esoteric.
Oh, hell no.
yeah.
Who's still talking to that dude?
I don't know, man.
Adam and Esoteric is crazy, dude.
Oh, no, they're so bored.
William Hogg, let's hope this one goes
There's
good.
no way.
William, are you there, brother? Can you hear me? William Hogg, and he left. Oh my Lord in heaven. 333 people watching on TikTok, bro. And we have Esoteric and Adam, bro. All right, man. You know what? And Adam left.
No, you got your host. You
Adam
gotta,
left. Oh, Adam's back. Oh my
you gotta
gosh.
get the fuerte out
I
on one
do.
of them.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Y'all know who's next. Special guest. All right. Oh my God, no one who requested after that is not. All right, Esoteric, man. Jesus is God, not a Muslim, and the Trinity is logical. What you got, brother?
This is not fair, man. You got me choking. Excuse me.
Oh, no zooty, bro. No zooty.
Bro.
Yo.
Somebody can clip that little
That
section.
was
right
way
there.
too zooty fruity
You
over
know
here.
You know what? I remember about 6 months ago, one day, man, I was watching Nick on the way to work.
Oh,
And
hell
Nick,
no.
dude, Nick was like,
Here's a bad one.
I promise, dude. Nick was like, hey, man, you're the one that said that. Don't put that in my mouth. Pause.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo, don't put that in my mouth.
Nah, after this 4th of July weekend,
Nick, you know what I'm talking
I've
about,
seen
bro.
it.
I know you remember that.
I've seen enough.
I know
That's
Nick remembers
wild.
that. All right, Esoteric, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
I just want to
Wait,
know
what are we
why
debating?
why did Maverick have you choking
that's
Esoteric? I'm
that's-
serious.
Hey, yo.
That's a good question.
All right, so my
Investigation's cringe.
so my argument is very, very simple. It's one
It
of my
sounded like he
best
took out a napkin or
He still
something.
had his mouth full.
Like he
Y'all
was
are crazy.
finishing.
Nah, y'all are crazy.
I ain't laughing.
Y'all are crazy. All right, Esoteric, what's up, bro? What do you want to debate?
Yeah, my argument is
What's up?
very simple. It's one of my oldest, best arguments, and it's from the Quran. So how can God have
Super
a
hot
son?
fire.
How can God have a son if he doesn't have a consort, a wife? How does it work? Can you explain?
Wow.
He does,
you don't. Yeah, when it.
He does run his
He
argument
does
a
what?
lot better. He runs his argument a lot. I've heard him run this a lot on other
Dang,
channels.
Deron should take this one. How can God have a son? Where Deron at?
Yeah, no, Esoteric, we don't talk about like biologically. We don't believe like he's a biological, like how humans work, like he reproduced the son. We just believe that the son gets his divinity from the father and he comes forth from the father. He's eternally begotten.
So his
It's
son
an
is what?
analogical term.
Analogical son meaning what? What kind of son? Is it what kind
Analogical
of
term meaning it will be an analogy to us having a son as humans, like reproducing, but that doesn't mean it's a literal reproduction like humans.
So is it ontological son?
Yes, he has ontologically he receives the divinity from the father, yes, but not through reproduction like humans.
Through what method?
We don't discuss what method because that's going to be internal to his being. There's no way for us to know God's nature.
Is he eternally begotten? Is he still eternally begotten? Looks like it's changing. Things
Yeah,
are changing.
he's always begotten, yes.
So he's an eternally begotten son.
Yes, bro. Are we going to repeat this over and over again? Or
I am just trying
what's
to
the argument?
get
What's the argument? Now you know
get
my
everything
position. What's the
written
argument?
down. Is he
Huh?
also the word of? Is he also the word of God?
Yes.
Eternal word.
Yes.
Spoken word.
We don't believe God like once again, it's an analogical term. Like God doesn't have a voice box and then like speaks and sounds. That's for the created being.
Word in what sense?
Word in one sense as far as his wisdom.
Thought.
Sure.
Well,
brother, what's the argument? What are we doing?
well,
This
because
is like an
before I
interview
can
as
settle on
for
the
like what we
argument,
believe, or I thought you
before I
had an
can settle on
argument.
the argument, another argument came up because now I'm confused because the spoken thought word or begotten son. Now
Okay,
I'm
so we
like,
can't do an
how is
argument
the
because you're
argument
confused because you don't
confusing?
know what we believe.
No, the argument just became too many arguments in
Nah,
one.
I thought this was
Okay,
You
just
see
super
it?
do
hot
any, meeny,
fire.
miny, mo, and pick one. Just pick one.
I thought this was his best argument.
I know, but
I
the
thought so
word,
too.
it's like
But
spoken word or thought word. Now we have a generated word and a generated son. It's like two characters that came eternally in the beginning. Which one? Which do we start with?
it's almost like you didn't know what Christianity was when you came up here. That's crazy.
All right, let's go with the son. Son in what sense? How is it a mask? How does it get its masculinity?
Are you going to present an argument, or are you just going to keep asking
That's
questions?
the argument right there. You said son, eternally
What's the
begotten.
no? You asked the question.
What
What's
makes
the
it
argument,
male?
dude?
Words have meaning. What makes it male? That's the argument right there. It's right there in front of you. How is it male?
Brother, what's the argument? You're asking how is
How
it
is
male?
it
That's not an
male
argument.
and not
What's the argument?
offspring?
What argument are you presenting? I don't even know
You
what we're
said
talking about anymore.
eternal son. Without a mother, son is a positive or is polar. You have male and female, father and mother. Without a mother, how and why do you call him a male? The spirit is asexual. No sex. Spirits don't have sex. How do you get a male Jesus without Mary or a wife?
Esoteric, do you think we as Christians believe that God has a gender, like as far as like reproductive organs, like a penis and a vagina? Do you actually think that that's what we believe?
Thank you. So why do you say son, which is a masculine term?
Do you think that's what we believe?
I'm asking you, why do you say son?
Do you think that's what we believe?
No, I do not. So why do you say son?
Then why are you asking? Then what's the argument, dude? If you know we don't believe God has a gender or reproductive organs and doesn't reproduce biologically, which is for humans, what is the argument that you're presenting?
Words have meanings. Son is necessarily a masculine term.
I'm not Nick.
Why do you
Nick
attribute
could probably
son
talk
to
to this
it?
guy for an hour.
This is the worst
really
super
can't.
hot fire argument
This
I've
is
ever
insane,
heard.
dude.
It was my line.
This is super hot garbage.
You got me,
This
Esoteric.
is
That
super
was
hot,
crazy.
super hot basura.
So
What's embarrassing is that he said that this is one of his best arguments.
what
by
do
the way.
you? Yeah,
That was best
I wanted to
argument.
tell you.
Have a good one.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I had
You
someone.
know that we believe that the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit are biological, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
All right, now
The moment you said
I'm pretty sure it was him. He's the same person that came up to me the other day. And,
wait,
sorry.
everybody's talking at once, guys. Literally, I don't even know what's going on.
I just want to know how Bear's hair is really flowing in the wind right now. That's all I want to know, man.
Windows open.
Because he's just the most perfect,
Listen, brother, I
handsome,
gotta ask. Are you
just
sure?
specimen.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. If you got a fan behind you or something,
Look at that, those curls. They're
His
luscious.
curls are blowing around. That's right. It's like a
Bear, I gotta
It's
ask.
like a herbal-essence model.
Hey, we in the Northeast. There's a heat wave going on, bro. So we got the fans on, windows open. You already know.
Yeah.
All right, we got. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'm glad Nick is here because this guy is. Well, he is who he is. So we will. Nick, you're on stage, bro.
Oh, Nick is. Oh, come on, bro. This guy's never been to college. Nick, are you a college dropout or have you ever been to college?
I got a certificate from a college of philosophy.
Bro, you better shut your mouth. You said on the platform that you never been to college. But anyway, let me try. Nick, who's the lady speaking? Lady.
lady's crazy.
Right.
Wild.
Woman, let them tell you. If I come on stage, women don't speak. Let me speak to them.
Oh no.
Oh, you're
Here
going.
we go.
Peace.
The manifesting took 10 seconds.
Right.
Let's go, man, Nick.
Okay,
Just-
Sass.
He's excited. He came out of his goat farm, dude.
Let's go, Nick. What's up, Nick? How you doing?
I'm good. What's up, man?
Okay, no problem. Nick, there's actually a statement that Christ made in the Bible in John chapter 5, verse 30. He said, I can of my own self do nothing. As I hear, I obey. Right? And my judgment is not from me, but from the one who sent me. It gets like a servant that's talking, not a God. How do you explain that, Nick?
19 too?
No, I read the whole of verse 19. Pull up verse 19.
So what does it say
Have
then?
fun with it. Pull it up.
I thought you actually read a whole of it.
Bro, pull it up.
So you didn't. Okay, but he says
I made a
he can do everything the Father can
Christ
do.
made a
So,
statement
is
in
there-
verse 30.
okay.
Is it
He
a,
said, have you read verse?
Sass,
Bro,
shut
why you muting me, bro?
because you're an obnoxious clown. Be quiet.
Bro, let me
All right,
talk
bro.
to
Listen, the good thing about having my
Look
own
at that
live is
cat.
that I don't have to hear your stupidity,
again.
brother. So be quiet.
Yo, stop muting.
Be quiet so I
Holy
can
crap.
bring
Stop
up
muting me.
Sass. I'm gonna ask
We
you
not
one more time, bro. Be quiet so I can bring up the verse. All right, and then we will move on. All right, brother. It's very
We
simple.
not
I
fight-
don't understand why that's so difficult for you to understand. I don't get it. Nick, what verse do you want me to bring up, bro? I'll put it on screen.
John chapter 5, verse 19.
5:19. All right, let's do John 5. Let's bring it
So,
up.
quick question, guess, is it shirk for anyone to say they can do everything God can do?
Yeah. For a Muslim, yeah. All right, you said 5:19. It is shirk, which would mean that Jesus is not a Muslim, right?
Alhamdulillah.
All right, so Jesus said to them, here it is on screen. Truly, truly, I say to you, the Son can do nothing of his own accord, but only what he sees the Father doing. For whatever the Father does, that the Son does likewise.
So how is he able to say whatever the Father does, the Son also does? How's that
No, he
possible?
did not. Okay, can I speak now, Nick?
As long as you answer the
Okay,
question.
thank
Yeah,
you.
of
Verse
course you can
19.
speak.
Guys, watch. Watch from what? Look, Christ already chewed all of them. The dumbass under the bus. He said, Jesus can do nothing of his own accord. What does Jesus mean when he made that statement?
Yes. Okay, what he means is that he does nothing himself alone. Everything he does is alongside the Father because it's the same being.
Nick, I told you have not. Yo, look, Nick, go back to college. I'm telling you. Go back to college. He said he can do nothing. Yo, why you mean to me, bro? Look at that. Look at that cat again.
Bro, that's not
Dumbasses.
genuinely
Look at
wrong
that.
with you that you just can't have like a proper conversation or
Look
what?
at that.
Bro, you know what it is with this ass?
The guy says that he doesn't do that
fried
anything
so
of his
bad
own
for all-
accord.
throughout the years that this is all he can do now. Like, to
So
make
it's
him
like
feel
it's
he
like
wins.
this inbreeding is like starting to really catch up to him
You
now.
hadn't dropped him, I was.
Yeah, we'll see if somebody can actually have a respectful conversation because these guys are. This is what, unfortunately, guys, this is what Dawah has become. This is what Christian polemics has become, right? And it really is sad.
I'm telling you, I'm so serious. Like the top 5 countries in the world statistically that are the highest rate of inbreeding is all Muslim countries. And I'm telling you, I think that over the past 1500 years, this isn't even like a jab at them. I'm so serious. I think that over the years, this is really starting to mess up like the Muslim IQ. And now like, people like they can't even have proper conversations anymore.
Yeah, but Daniel Ikakachu actually acknowledged and said that they want more of that. If you remember in his debate with Andrew Wilson,
Inspired philosophy, maybe?
Inspired
maybe it was
philosophy,
Andrew Wilson.
maybe Andrew Wilson. Yeah, he said that's
Well,
what
I
they
think
want.
his debate with Inspired Philosophy is about child marriage, where he said he was cool with children being married. No, he said, oh no, I think that's where he said like it's possible for a 6-month-old to technically be a grown adult if they reach precocious puberty.
Yeah. Ma, you're on stage talking to Fearless Truth, brother. What you got? Are you a Muslim?
Yeah, I'm Muslim.
All right, brother. Jesus is God, not a Muslim, and the Trinity is logical. Talk to my homie here.
Yeah, I want to ask, what's the proof for Jesus being God?
The fact that we just use the same verse that we just we'll use a different verse this time, I guess. The fact that in Colossians it says that he created all things.
Why do I have to take that?
Well, I don't know. It depends what faith you are. I guess I can go out a different way if you need me to.
I mean, I don't care what way you go. I mean, as long as
Okay, great. If you don't
it
care where you
proves
go, then
that
I'll go that
Jesus
way.
is God and it can prove that the Bible is from God.
Okay, well, you asked me, you say you don't care what way I go. You asked me what's to prove Jesus is God, so I'll go the way of the Bible, saying that Colossians says that.
No, did
Christ
you
created all
only
things.
did you just pick and choose what I just said?
Brother, you said you don't care what way I go, right?
Finish what else I said. I said I
I'm
don't
ju-
care
you said you don't care,
what way you
right?
go, and then what else did I say? As
That's
long
the
as you
only
what?
question I asked you.
Okay, so you didn't listen. I said I don't
That's
care
the
what
only question I
method.
asked you.
Let me finish speaking. So and when we're talking about Jesus being God. I said I don't care what method you use to prove that Jesus is God, right? Or the Bible is true. I don't care. Like what other way. So you can't use the Bible to prove the Bible is true. Like it doesn't really make any sense.
Fantastic.
All right. So how are you gonna prove
care
it?
what method you use. You just can't use a circular
As
reason.
long
I
as
can't
you
use the Bible to
prove-
prove the Bible. I can't.
I mean, if you want to be
amen.
circular,
So
I mean,
that's
go
not what I'm
ahead.
doing. So that's what you just said. I repeated what you said. Now,
You want to be
said you
circular?
don't care. What?
All right. You want to be circular, or I mean, the Bible's true because the Bible is true. Just like what you're gonna do.
Was I proving the
thought you're
Bible
better
just
than
now?
this
Was that what
guy.
I was doing?
Yes, that is exactly what you were doing.
Were
You
we
said
not
Jesus is
asking
God
whether or
because
not
the
Jesus
Bible
is
says
God?
Jesus is God. That's what you were doing. It's exactly what you were
Is
doing.
Jesus? Wait. Is Jesus identical to the Bible?
What the fuck? That literally has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Bro, you said it's circular. Is it?
Oh
How
my!
is it
All right.
circular for
All
me
right,
to use the Bible to
let's
show
see it,
Jesus
Nick.
is God?
Let's see you prove to me Jesus is God. Go ahead.
Okay, Colossians chapter 1, verse 16.
Why do I have to take that?
Because you said I could use any way you want. Any way I want.
I don't, dude. Okay, prove to me that the Bible is from God now. Now I'm just gonna ask you that
So
question.
we're switching the topic now?
Dude, the topic is about Jesus being God. Okay, and if you believe the Bible is from God, you also need to prove that. You need to substantiate
Okay,
that.
but you
Can do
asked
that?
me the proof that Jesus is God. So I'm
Am I
starting
talking to like
there,
an
and you said,
idiot?
I don't
What are you
care
doing?
what way you go.
Jesus
So
being
I'm
God in
using
reality
Colossians.
and God in scripture are different things.
Nobody's asking
Like it's
him to
like
use
it's a different
philosophy.
argument.
What are
It's a
you
different
talking
argument.
about? Yo, just mute up. Thank you. So, anyways, Nick.
Hold on.
Right?
Hey, no. Now you mute up and shut the hell up. Do me a
watch
favor,
your mouth,
brother.
bitch.
No, I'm not gonna
Duh.
watch my mouth, clown. All right, because here's the thing.
You will watch your mouth.
No, I won't. You know why? Because every
will.
time Nick starts to talk to you, you start running your idiotic mouth, and you're not actually letting him
Hey, if you
give
can't
you an
track, just
answer,
say-
right? And it's not that we can't track, right? Because you're accusing him
God,
of
you
doing
can't.
circular reasoning, which you don't. You clearly don't even know what he's doing because he's not doing what the idiotic Muslim side does. Well, Muhammad's a prophet because the Quran says so. Well, the Quran is the word of God because the Quran says so. Oh, Muhammad's a prophet. This is what you guys do, right?
That's literally what he's doing.
Oh, now it's asking me to
what he's
remove you.
doing.
It's asking me to remove you because you're a clown. Sorry, brother. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick is literally answering this question, and he's talking over him in the middle of his answer. You know what I mean?
Bro, listen, like if you would have said, listen, I'm an atheist. I'd rather you prove it to me another way than the Bible because I don't believe it. Bro, cool. I would have used a whole different way. I was trying to be charitable to him. I literally asked, wait, how do you want me? But he said, any way you want. And he doubled down on it. So if you said any way, I'm going to use the Bible. If he would have told me a different way, I would have been charitable and used a different way.
Yeah. But
I don't just.
Yeah,
he was
trying to rhetoric his way out of it. That's the problem. You know what I mean? It's so
Hey,
dumb.
he is Muslim, by the way.
He is Muslim, yeah. He's a
By the way, Muslims are scared to say they're Muslim because they don't, because they know that any argument they use, they can't, like, if you run a consistency argument against Islam, it'll also disprove Islam. So
yeah, exactly. Yep. I believe peace is up. All right, what is up, brother? You are Licks. What is what faith are you?
Explain Trinity GTA 5.
Licks. I'm sorry, brother. What?
GTA 5?
That's what I heard. What? He left. Okay. All right.
Trinity and GTA 5 before GTA 6.
Damn, I'm tripping. I'm sorry about I heard it. Oh, no.
Oh God, Esoteric is back. We have Adam, Praying Mom, and Esoteric. Peace. Who do you want to speak to?
I guess it doesn't really make a difference.
Gotta be praying
It's
mom.
not gonna last long regardless.
All right.
Yeah, praying mom.
Okay,
whatever.
Praying Mom canceled their request. So Adam hasn't been up here, I guess. Yeah.
So,
Adam, the minute you become disrespectful, you're gone, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Bro,
So-
I don't disrespect.
Okay,
Don't try to
I'm
gaslight.
just making it clear. Okay, go ahead.
You
Lie
guys
number
just
one.
get scared. All right. So a wise man once said, "The Father is the only true God." Do you agree?
Brad.
Do you agree with the
okay,
Jesus'
and
claim?
do you have an argument?
Do you agree with the claim?
Yeah.
Normally,
So the Father is the only true God.
by name, yeah, normally,
Okay.
and by source. yeah.
Amen. Thank you very much. Concession. W concession.
Okay.
Welcome to Unitarianism.
Yeah. What?
Thank you.
No, that's fine. It's a concession to what argument?
No,
Go ahead.
that's it. No, he's gone. That's it. That's all he wanted to do.
Yo,
That's all
bro,
he
you
did.
see what I mean? Yo.
So if you, because I said normally, right, by name.
This is why I don't talk to
he
Adam.
doesn't
This is why
understand.
I don't let him on
He
my
doesn't
panel.
understand it. Yeah.
Did he literally just do that and just leave?
Yeah, because
No,
he's a grown man that doesn't know how to present an argument.
No, he does
at
that.
his grown
No,
age.
for the record, for the record, he does that and he
It
drops.
just
Before
gives
he
like
dropped, I dropped.
really bored and lonely and sad and
No
have no
friends,
friends,
no job,
no job.
no girl.
Don't read.
Nothing. Where Maverick?
Because it doesn't
never-
remember the last
Yeah.
time he ate a vegetable. Pee yellow
Wait,
as
hold on.
hell.
He's
Breath
requesting
stink.
again. He's requesting again. Hold on.
Bro, so he dropped me. I don't know why. I don't know why they're lying.
Because I don't know, so do you understand what the word normally means?
Okay,
By
hold
name
on.
only.
We
What does
weren't
that
talking
mean?
to you,
What?
Jay. So
No, but
Nah, go ahead.
but you
Talk, give it
said
to Jay.
yes to me. You said
You wanted
Nah,
to,
don't
you wanted to
run.
act funny.
Don't
When I come
run.
up here and get a gotcha, now you got your
Don't
Jay.
run.
when I
Now you got your
when
Jay.
I when I
There's other
answered. But
requests.
here's the thing. Here's
Thank
the thing.
God.
You
Yeah, thank you.
yeah.
There's other requests. Thank God.
What?
That is the last. If it wasn't Adam, bro, I keep telling you this every time, bro. You're like, I don't know what you do. You're waiting for Christians to go live 24 hours a day. You're on my live. I'm at work. I see you on other people's lives. Early in the morning, I see you on those. Like, what do you do? Do you have a job?
You know what he sound like? He sound like he got dirt under his fingernails.
Must be. All right, Quantum, I see you on the video ninja side, brother. We'll get to you. Quantum, are you a Muslim, brother?
Sand, not dirt, sand. Desert sand.
Quantum, I can barely hear you. Are you a Muslim?
Yeah,
You are?
that's what it is.
What?
I'm a Muslim.
You're a Muslim? Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Refuteologist. Go ahead, please. Let's see if you can get something good out of that one.
Yeah,
Okay,
hello. So I have a question and then I'm gonna. So do you guys believe that the word of the Lord, the angel of the Lord, the spirit of the Lord, the arm of the Lord is simply a divine person?
That can be referred to as that. I don't know who's talking right now. I don't know whose turn it is, but
Yeah, I don't know who's
I don't
talking.
know.
I don't even know who's
turn
talking.
this is either.
who's in their car?
Peace, I left it with you because you didn't
Am
really
I?
get to talk. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know who is this guy? Is he a Muslim?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
refuteologist.
I'm,
Yeah, he's a Muslim.
Is the word of the Lord,
Well,
arm
the
of the
question
Lord,
is
like, is that a person?
no,
Yeah.
no. Let me just rephrase it. Do you believe the word of the Lord, the angel of the Lord, the wisdom of the Lord, and the spirit of the Lord, and the arm of the Lord is a divine person? Given the data from the Tanakh.
Do you want?
What's all that noise? Huh?
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I don't know who's making this.
It's
'Cause,
him.
like,
Or hang on, let me see. I don't know if it's
according to what?
Given the data from the Tanakh, do you believe they're like one person?
He's one of those Torah boys, dude. The lesbianos,
I
pal.
can't. I
Yo,
can't
Khajiit,
even
how
hear
are
what
you
you're
doing,
picking up.
Khajiit?
But if he's a Torah guy, then just let Bear talk to him. It's fine.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter. Wait, so you're gonna dodge? Okay, I can talk to Bear. All right,
Yeah.
Bear, do you
Oh, you
believe
scared,
that
Bear?
you...
Are you scared? I mean, I could still answer the question, but I know that he's the Torah expert.
Mm,
So why not?
no,
Why not get a challenge? Are you
I-
scared?
Well, last time Samurai spoke to Bear, he wasn't a Torah expert. Anyways, yo, Bear, do you believe the
So why
word
don't you
of the
try
Lord?
him? Are you scared? Do you
Okay,
not want to talk to
I'm
Bear?
speaking
Because
to
I'll
him.
answer your question.
I am
if you
speaking to him.
refuse.
He's got a speech impediment,
Okay,
guys.
go
Be
ahead.
nice to
I'm
him.
speaking to him. Okay,
Oh,
I
so
don't know
is
who's
that
this
right?
Indian guy talking. All right, so,
Oh my
Bear,
God,
do you
here we
believe
go.
the word of the Lord, the angel of the Lord, the wisdom of the Lord, and the spirit of the Lord, and the arm of the Lord is a divine person?
It's being referenced to a divine person.
Okay, so given the data from the Tanakh, how do you substantiate that there's simply one person without falling into circularity?
Yeah, because we can see that the one person that is going to be referenced is going to be the Messiah that's going to be incarnated.
Well, okay, that doesn't answer my question. I'm asking you, how do you know that the wisdom of the Lord is not, for example, you believe the wisdom of the Lord is the angel of the Lord. Using the Tanakh by itself, how do you know the wisdom of the Lord is
Why
the
do I have
angel
to
of
use
the
the
Lord
Tanakh
without
by
falling
itself?
into circularity? Because I'm doing an
Yeah.
external critique given the claims of the New Testament.
An
Because the
external
New
critique?
Testament, yeah, because the New Testament
From
claims.
what position are you making this critique?
Well, that doesn't matter, unless you
Yes,
tell
it
me why it
does.
He's a
matters.
If you're
Muslim.
doing an
Okay.
external critique, I need to know what you're critiquing from.
He's a Muslim.
Well, I'm a Muslim. Like, what do you mean? What I'm critiquing from?
Okay,
Does
so
it-
so why do I need to
Oh,
hold to this standard that you're trying to hold me to? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well, then the New Testament wouldn't be in continuity with the Tanakh, and Jesus would be a false Messiah given the data from the
According-
Tanakh. Because, yeah, I'll substantiate that. According to you, believe Jesus inspired the New Testament, right?
I don't know what you mean by that. You gotta disambiguate because that can mean a whole lot of other things. But I just need to know how do you need to substantiate that there's not going to be a continuity now because of this. According to what standard are you holding?
Yes, I am, and I'm asking you a clarifying question. Do you believe the New Testament was inspired by God, by i.e. Jesus Christ?
I believe the New Testament was written by humans, inspired by God. Yes.
Good. Does the New Testament claims that the word of the Lord, that Jesus is the word of the Lord and the angel of the Lord and the wisdom of the Lord?
Yes, we can intel that from the New Testament. Yes.
Okay, good. And now using the Tanakh, given the data from the Tanakh, how do you substantiate the claims of Jesus to be true? How do you know the wisdom of the Lord is the angel of the Lord, given the data from the Tanakh?
Because we know that the Son of God is going to be the one that's going to incarnate as the Messiah.
Oh my God, yo!
It's just one person.
Okay,
What didn't you understand?
Yeah, it's either you're dodging the question or you're simply not understanding what I'm asking.
How am I dodging the question if I just answered it?
Well, we know the New Testament claims that Jesus is the Son of God and that he incarnated, and the New Testament also claims that Jesus is the angel of the Lord and the wisdom of the Lord. So given the claims of the New Testament, right, that when the New Testament states that in the Tanakh, whenever God is speaking about, or someone is speaking about the wisdom of the Lord, according to the New Testament perspective, that would be Jesus Christ, right? The one person. And whenever it talks about the angel of the Lord, according to the New Testament, that would be Jesus Christ himself too. So now using the Tanakh by itself, how would you substantiate that there's simply one person without falling into circularity? Go on.
Because the Son that is going to incarnate,
oh my God,
the Son that's going to incarnate is the Messiah. That's how.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can you please respond to my response, please?
Yes.
Instead of just repeating everything all over again.
Okay. Can you tell me how does that answers my question? Go on.
Do you want? Okay. Here. How about I just show you in the Tanakh? Okay.
No.
Go to
tell
Psalm
me.
82.
Oh my.
Refute. If someone is answering your question, brother, if you're not going to engage,
he isn't.
No, he actually is, but the problem is you're trying to rhetoric your way out of this crap. Okay.
No.
So
Nobody.
are you listen, bro? Stop. Okay. Are you gonna engage with the conversation, or are you just gonna act childish?
Well, so far I'm engaging, and your guy is losing. So
no,
this is why.
Again, your brother. Listen. Your rhetoric is trash, dude. I'm telling you right now. I've spoken to you before. You're not good at this. Your rhetoric is trash. Are you gonna engage with the conversation? Are you gonna act like a grown up, or are you just gonna try to Libiano your way out of this? Because if you are, we can talk to other people.
Okay, I don't know why you're mentioning Libiano, but anyway. Yeah,
because
so
you think you're him, and it's pathetic.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Yo, why
are you
am
gonna
I being
engage with
muted?
Are you gonna engage with the conversation?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Oh Lord. Okay, so Bear.
Okay. So since you're a Torah boy expert, Tanakh expert, right? And this is going to be how I substantiate my claim. Go to Psalm 82, read the last verse. I think it's verse 8. What does it say?
Okay. Psalms 80. Okay, go on, read it and tell me how does that answer my question. Go on.
I'm going to just read it.
Well, I have one device, so you can read it and then tell me how does it substantiate your claim.
Okay, bro.
Barry, you
all right,
want
how
to
does
go
that
here?
answer my question?
No, I'll read it for him.
Okay,
It's
all right,
quick.
cool. All right,
It's quick. Yeah. Okay. Since you're familiar with the psalm or no?
Yeah, but go on. Just tell me how does that answer my question?
Okay, it says, "Arise, O God, judge the earth, for you shall inherit all the nations." Who's speaking?
Well, David is speaking there.
David is speaking. All right, so God inherits nations?
Oh yeah, but can you tell me how does that answer my question?
Wait, does God own the nations, or does he, or not? Does he not own the nations, or does he? According to the Tanakh.
God inherits nations according to Deuteronomy 32, verse 8 to 9. This is why. Right. This is how I know you never read the Torah.
Doesn't God own everything?
He does own everything. And inheritance.
So how can you inherit something that you already own?
Okay, so now you're equivocating. I'm gonna substantiate how. For example, God.
I just need to know how that can happen if David's talking about God right here. Go ahead.
I'm answering now. For example, if there's going to be a pagan nation, just as like the Babylonian nation, right? And let's say they're going to come and exile you, and they take your land. then saying God is going to inherit the nation, let me finish. Saying God is going to inherit nations, that would be simply referring to God taking back the place that was given to his people, i.e. Israel. So now can you answer my question? How
Wait,
does your
so did God
response of
lose
Psalm
ownership of the
82 answer
nations?
my question? Brother, can you
Did
answer my
God lose
question?
ownership of the nations?
No. Oh my God. You're
Can you
equivocating.
inherit something? Can you inherit something that you already own?
Yes, you're equivocating. I already specified how.
Okay, how am I equivocating again?
Yeah, because I gave you the example of the Babylonian. For example, they exiled the Israelites out, right?
Uh-huh. You're referring to Deuteronomy 32.
Okay.
Going back to the Tower of Babel.
Well, no, I'm referring to the Babylonian when they exiled the Jews from the land.
Oh, you're
The
talking about
Babylonian exile. How did you
Yep.
read the Tanakh and you don't know the history of Israel?
I didn't know that's what you were referring to, bro. Relax.
Yeah.
Get to how
Okay,
I'm
good.
equivocating.
Yeah. So I specified that since Israel is going to be exiled, and then, for example, if one were to say God is going to inherit a nation, that would be simply referring to God taking back the place that used to belong to his people that he gave to his people, i.e. Israel. So I specified, in a sense, God can inherit nations, even though the nations belongs to God himself. So now answer my question. How does
Hold
Psalms
on.
82
So
answer
let
my
me see if
question?
I'm clear. Let me see if I'm clear. So God can, even though he owns all the nations, he can inherit the nation. Hold on. He can inherit the nations within time. Is that correct?
Yes. So now can you answer my question?
Beautiful.
Okay, can you answer my question?
Tanakh, who does the Messiah inherit the nations?
Yes, the Messiah can also inherit the nations, but can you answer my question?
Beautiful. So the
Answer
one
my
who inherits
question,
the
brother.
nations,
Oh, Lord.
the one who inherits the nations is the Messiah, correct?
Yes. No, can you answer my question?
But the God that's being referenced in Psalm 82 is the one that inherits the nations, correct?
Yeah, God. Okay, so this is another blunder, and I know how you don't know the
Brother,
Tanakh.
I haven't even. All I'm doing is just showing the Tanakh right now, and you asked me to
Well, I
substantiate this.
already know your argument.
The reason
Can I
my
answer?
answer earlier, I don't think you're tracking. My answer
I am
earlier, the reason
tracking.
why we know it's one person is because we know that God incarnates as the Messiah. And just as you admitted that as far as God who owns everything can inherit within time, if he incarnates as the Messiah, then this would fit. And if it is God inheriting the nations in Psalm 82, but then it's the Messiah inheriting the nations in other places, then we know that the Messiah is God incarnated. That's how I substantiate that this is going to be just one person.
Okay, good. So I'm gonna now answer that. So I'm gonna just repeat your argument. I'm gonna seal your argument, and then I'm gonna answer it. So the argument goes as follows: God is going to do X. The Messiah is going to do X. Therefore, the Messiah is God. Okay, that's the argument. Well, this argument is already a terrible. God is going to do X. The Messiah does X. Therefore, the Messiah is God.
What's
That's
X?
the argument, right?
What's X?
X is going to be inheriting the nations, right?
Yes. Why are you saying
X? Well, I'm just using it as a variable, anyways.
Why?
So now,
that's not that. You said you were going to steal me my argument.
Brother, I'm simplifying your argument.
How is that simplifying it if you're putting a variable
Yeah, so
in
here,
something that I said?
Okay. The Tanakh states God is going to do something, then the Messiah does that thing, therefore the Messiah is God. That's the argument. The thing is inheriting the nations.
Can you just say that, please? Can you steal man my
Okay,
position,
good.
please?
Oh, Lord. Yeah. God is going to inherit the nations. The Messiah inherits the nations. Therefore, the Messiah is God. Good?
Very good. Okay.
Okay, good. Yeah, so now this argument is already a terrible argument given the data from the Tanakh. Why? Because in the Tanakh, we see where God is described to do a thing, then an agent of God does that thing. We wouldn't say that agent is going to be God. Do you believe, bear the image, that Moses and Aaron is God, is Yahweh himself? Because according to Exodus 17, it states that God is going to strike the Nile, the river, but then we see a human being does that act. Would you say that human being is Yahweh himself, given your logic?
Nope.
Okay, so if nope, then now give me the symmetry breaker between that and God and the Messiah inheriting the nations.
Beautiful. Go to Psalm 22.
Oh Lord, I asked for a symmetry breaker.
This is going to be the symmetry breaker because only God is going to be the one to inherit the nations. Because the one who inherits the nations is going to belong to only one person.
All right, go on, give the symmetry breaker.
Which
You
verse,
can
man?
use the
Verse
verse and give
27.
the symmetry breaker.
Verse 27.
Okay.
Read it.
All the ends of the earth shall remember and turn to the Lord, and all the families of the nations shall worship before you. Okay, and what's
So wait.
and how is that a
So
symmetry breaker?
turn to who? Turn to who?
Yeah, how is that a symmetry breaker? Turn to Yahweh.
Turn to who?
Turn to the God of Israel.
Okay, what's the next verse say?
For our kingship belongs to the Lord, and He rules over the nations.
Is the Messiah the king and rules over all the nations?
Well, this verse is referring to David because if you read,
Is the Messiah the king?
yes,
Because right
I'm
here it's being
answering.
very specific. It's saying that it belongs to the Lord. It says it belongs to the Lord. Is the Messiah the king and rules over all the nations? Yes or no?
Yes, the Messiah does rule over nations. But now can I answer your claim? Because first you didn't give a symmetry breaker. Now I'm going to simply respond.
This is the
Psalm
symmetry breaker
chapter-
because it's specific
brother.
that the kingship belongs to the Lord, and he is the one that rules over the nations. Yes or no?
Yes, God rules over the nations via His agent. The same way God strikes in the Nile River via His agent. Even though God says that He will do it Himself, but then we see an agent is doing that act. So now let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Just let me finish. So now you made a point from Psalm chapter 2, which is that's the point basically, or Psalm chapter 82. If you read Psalm chapter 18, verse 43, David is the one that inherits the nations. And if you read 2 Samuel, it's David that does that act. Anyways, give me the symmetry breaker between Aaron
wait, hold on.
striking
Hold
the
on,
Nile
brother.
River.
Hold on.
Hold on. You didn't give a
agents
symmetry
be
breaker.
worshipped?
Oh my God. How can agents be worshipped? Who made that claim?
Yes, is that in you did?
Yeah.
Because according to Psalm 22, verse 28, there's worship before you. You're saying this is agency, right? Can
That
agents be
worship
worshipped?
is due to that worship is given to Yahweh. Is this guy slow?
Hold on.
Hold
all
on.
the ends
Oh
of
my
the earth
God.
shall remember and turn to the Lord, and all the families of the nations shall worship before you, for kingship belongs to the Lord. Is this agency of the Messiah?
Yeah, so good. I'm gonna answer that now.
So with
I'm
the
gonna answer
kingship
that.
and the
Can I
rule,
answer?
hold
You asked
on,
a question.
because verse 20,
You
one
asked a
second,
question.
just to clarify,
Lord.
because verse 28 says that the kingship and the rulership over the nations is how they're going to turn to the Lord and worship. So they're going to turn to the kingship that belongs to the Lord and worship. Can an agent be worshipped?
Okay, good. So I'm gonna answer your question. No, so the Messiah is not given a divine worship. However, Psalm chapter 22. Let me finish. Psalm. Let me finish.
Not given a worship.
Can I
worship,
finish?
but it's saying here that he does.
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know. I don't know why you're manifesting. So let me answer now. The verse that you cited, where it states that all the nations and people will worship you, that worship there is given to Yahweh. That's a diagrammaton.
Through the agent?
No, not through the agent. The agent. Let me finish.
Let me finish. Not through the okay.
No,
So
no,
who's the
not
king?
through the
Who's
agent.
the king?
Not.
Who's the king?
Yeah, the king in that verse refers to Yahweh Himself. But now let me finish.
And is the Messiah the king?
Oh Lord, I'm answering. The Messiah is a king in a specific sense, and God is a king in another sense. This is analogical predication. The same way we say that the king of Babylon is the king of kings, and Jesus is the king of kings, but them being the king of kings is in a specific sense, not in the same sense. So the same way the Messiah is going to be king in a specific sense, and Yahweh is going to be the ultimate king in a specific sense. So now you're simply blundering. Now give me the symmetry breaker between.
Hold on.
No.
You're the one that's blundering right now because you're not being consistent with your original point.
From this.
Your original point, refute. Stop, please.
You're running so bad.
Your original point was that this is agency when I came to this verse. Yes or no?
Repeat the question again.
This dude's not even. This dude is so freaking nervous because his friends are watching right now.
Yeah, he's getting
This
his
dude
ass
is
whooped.
so nervous.
Oh
because
yeah,
his
I'm
friends
so
are watching.
nervous.
You're gonna
Oh
belt him in
yeah,
the
man, you
Discord.
got me.
Hey,
You got me.
brother, pay attention. Listen
All right,
closely.
go on,
When I
bro.
went to this verse, in the
Getting
beginning,
whooped.
you said it was agency. Now you're saying it's not agency. Which one is it, bro? Which one is it?
Well, it is agency. I still hold to that point. I don't know how, given my interpretation of the verses, would entail that is no longer agency. Are you slow?
Beautiful. So in verse 28, the kingship and the ruling over the
All right,
nations.
wait, who
is
is this
Yahweh
female
through
laughing in the background?
agent of the Messiah. Brother, I think this is why you're talking and you're not even listening. So in verse 27 and 28, you said this is agency. You just said it right now. So now this is Yahweh through the agency of the Messiah. That's how your interpretation of this verse is. But in those same verses, there's a worship. So how is this agency and there is worship in this agency?
Okay, good. So I'm going to answer that now. So as we read the verse earlier where it talks about Yahweh is going to inherit the nations, right? And then we see that the Messiah is going to do the quote-unquote inheritance, even though that is David, but let's grant it for the sake of the conversation that is going to be the Messiah. I'm answering the question. So the Messiah is
now, bro.
Oh Lord, I'm answering the question. Just hold on. The Messiah is going to inherit the nations. Yes, the Messiah is an agent of God through whom God is going to inherit the nations. But when the nation is going to give worship, that worship is given to the Tetragrammaton, Yod-Heh-Wad-Heh, the Lord Yahweh, not to the Messiah. And now can you give me the symmetry breaker because you're running away? Give the symmetry breaker for Exodus.
Through the kingship?
What do you mean through the kingship?
Through the kingship, because the kingship and the ruling over the nations is being mentioned here, which you say is the agency part, right?
Yes, the Messiah is a king and Yahweh is a king. What do you mean, thank you?
In the same passage, the worship is being given to that kingship, which
the worship is given to Yahweh. Oh Lord, this guy is so slow.
You cannot say that in one way there's going to be a kingship and a ruling over nations, and that will be agency. But then when the worship is directed towards that kingship that you say is an agency, right? It's a means of agency. You cannot say, well, it doesn't mean that. You need to now substantiate that. How do you leap from it being agency one way but not another way? Please.
I got you. Okay, good. So the whole point of Yahweh inheriting the nations is that so Yahweh is going to be worshipped and there should no longer be any idol worship. That's the point of that. Let me finish. Don't interrupt me.
Oh my God.
That's the point. Let me finish.
You need to substantiate this, dude. You're making a huge leap in here, and you need to substantiate this.
Oh Lord, I'm answering. Yeah, so just let me finish. So Yahweh is going to inherit the nations, and the nation will worship Yahweh. The way Yahweh does this specific act is through his agent. The agent will inherit the nations, and then the nation is going to worship Yahweh, not the king. And the passage you read from Psalms chapter 22, verse 28, 26 to 28, that is not in.
He just repeated.
Okay, so now,
I asked
so
him
now
to
you're
substantiate this claim.
Now you're
on
manifesting.
how now all of a sudden
I'm
the
answering.
worshiping.
Oh Lord. Now you're manifesting.
All I did was for him to substantiate
you cut
how
me
this
off.
worship now doesn't mean agency, and all he did was just repeat his claim over again. Refute. Do you want to
you're
try
cutting
one
me
more
off.
time? If not, then this is over.
Well, I'm answering if you shut your mouth, and I'm gonna answer you.
All right, bro. Kick rocks.
So,
Get out of here.
yeah, so now he's gonna run away. Are we gonna run away?
Run away. Get out of here.
Yeah, you know what? There's only, after listening to that entire conversation, first of all, the agency argument was pathetic. The rhetoric was even more pathetic. And you know, refutologist, the only thing you refuted was yourself. So you know what you get after that? I'm going to let you know. Oh man, that was tough.
Hey, what's going on, man? I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna come up here and openly promote my business and say, everyone go to my link in bio and use code ONEST to get 10% off for all your.
Hey, you
That was
know,
actually
you know,
funny.
you know, as soon
Oh,
as the
man.
Iraqi parliament, guys, as soon as the Iraqi parliament, I kid you not,
I'm
lowered
seriously
the
not
age.
even mad at him. Hey, you gotta hustle. You
Gotta hustle, man, because he definitely ain't making it in the Davos game. I'll tell
But,
you that.
listen. As soon as the Iraqi government reduced the age of marriage to 9, Anas went back to Iraq for 2 months vacation, dude. I'm like, Anas, what are you doing out there? It's not because of not. He got mad, dude. I'm like, oh, so you went trying to go find your bride over there, dude.
I
You know?
need so we're gonna swap out a Christian on Sister Courtney's requesting up. We're gonna bring Courtney up. All right, do me a favor, brother. I'm gonna drop you down to leave one spot open, and then just request back up, and we'll bring you up when somebody else swaps out, brother. Yeah, Anas, I will tell you right now, brother. Before I buy peptides from you, I would rather drink gasoline. Okay, I'm just letting you know. All right.
So wait, Courtney said it was like 10%. 10% is a low discount.
Right, yeah.
That is
higher than that.
That's nothing, bro.
I can get you more, y'all.
Yeah, I would rather
How many
drink.
people do you think try to put in the code and spell Anas wrong? They put a U before the S.
Yeah, I would never. And you know what, guys?
Hey,
I don't
Mav,
take.
Can you hear Peace by chance? Because
Peace, I cannot
just wanna
hear.
make sure.
Peace, say something.
Okay.
No, wait. Her thing
Yeah.
is moving. Unless she can Peace. Hang up and then call back in. Peace. Yeah, hang up and call back in, and then we will. Yeah, we'll get you on. Salibaski, I know you have a couple questions, bro. Let's see who we have. Muhammad on Video Ninja, you can call back up, brother. We were actually about to get to you. We do have
What happened to Nick?
Nick had to jump down, but I knew he had told me from the beginning that he wasn't gonna be able to stay like the full 3 hours, but that he was gonna be here for the majority of it, which it was. A huge shout out to Fearless Truth who was here. If you guys are just now joining. Fearless Truth was here. Flip, are you a Muslim?
Yeah, fuck on earth.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Are you a Muslim, brother?
Yeah.
All right.
What did you say?
Peace. Can say
Dude,
something.
you guys are fucking retarded. I said yes. Yeah, I am.
Now, peace. We can't hear you. Now your volume thing is not jumping up at all. Bear, say something.
Wait. This guy's just gonna cuss, dude.
All right, say
Listen,
something again.
Mic check.
Okay,
you talking to me or
You gotta drop
talking
this guy. He said the R word, bro. You gotta get you banned.
Have a good one,
you go
brother.
fuck
Yeah, have a
yourselves.
good one. All right. Let's see. Saliboski, can you hear me? Sally, you've been requesting up on and off on Video Ninja, brother. Are you there? Hello? 1 2 1 2.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Muhammad. Saliboski, you're gonna have to figure out your mic situation, brother. Muhammad, what's up, man? You're on stage. You know what? Let me put Bear back on. Yeah, brother. Jesus is God, not a Muslim, and the Trinity is logical. What you got, brother? Peace. Say something, Peace. Touch your mic. Peace. Hello, can you hear? Say something, Peace.
Hello.
Oh, okay,
I
there you
can't
go.
hear
There you go.
anything.
Oh no, you can't hear us?
Can you hear us or no?
I heard like a robot version of you.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's strange. We can all hear each other, so.
What's
Hold on.
happened
Hello.
is-
Hello. Maybe I'm just slow. Maybe it's just slow for me right now.
No, you see, all the good equipment goes to Bear. He keeps it for
Maybe it's my
himself.
internet. Whatever. Hold on.
And he gives her his secondhand equipment. That's what's happening. Dude.
No, actually, Bear spent just as much money on his setup as he did his own. That I can tell you through inside information. So, let's see, guys. We got a lot of Muslims up here who were talking a lot of crap. We have Khalid, we have Basil, we have all these people who are talking garbage and claiming that Bear was blundering. I'm wondering if any of them would come up and prove how. Lazar, you're on stage. What's up, man? Are you a Muslim?
Yeah, I'm a Muslim.
All right, brother. What's up? Jesus is God. He's not a Muslim, and the Trinity is logical. What do you have to say to that?
Hold on, just making sure my volume is up. Can you repeat that one more time?
Jesus is God. Jesus is not a Muslim, and the Trinity is logical. What do you have for that?
Oh, okay. Christians, are you aware of the word shirk?
Yes.
Okay. The word shirk literally means to associate a God to God. Most of you know that, right?
Associating partners with God. Yeah.
Well, there's major shirk, there's minor shirk.
Yeah.
So that what you just described was
Right.
major shirk.
Yeah.
Shirk Akbar.
So
not
what's-
Ashok Asghar.
So what's up, Lazar?
Okay. In the Hebrew language, as well as in the Arabic language, they have a prefix that they use to describe someone who acts upon a particular act.
Mm-hmm.
That prefix is muh.
Mm-hmm.
Muh. In the English language, we use a suffix. We use a suffix. That suffix is er. So, for instance, I'm making a point here. Give me a minute. The act is paint. When we describe someone who acts upon that, it becomes painter. The act is run. When we describe someone who acts upon that, it becomes runner. So we use a suffix. In Arabic and Hebrew, they use a prefix, and that prefix is mu. So the act is shirk, describing someone who associates partners to God. But when you describe someone who acts upon that, it becomes mushrik. You get it?
Brother, I have
The
not
act
only
is-
not
the
only do
act
I
is
not get it,
salah.
I have no idea where you're going with any of this. Is there? So
Okay,
here,
I'm about to deliver.
Okay,
Give me a
go
minute.
ahead.
I'm about to deliver.
Go ahead and land.
Okay.
Go ahead and
So
land,
the
brother. Go
act,
ahead. Yep.
the act is obtaining peace in this life and the next by submitting to God. That word in Hebrew and Arabic is shalom and salam. When we describe someone who acts upon that, it becomes musala.
I can't stand this type.
Musala. You get what I'm saying?
Brother, can you? Okay, here. I'm gonna. Do you here? Let me help you out. Let me just pick. Do you believe Jesus was a Muslim?
The word is musalam.
Brother, I swear.
Mu,
Do you believe?
one who
I think
acts
he's just
upon.
here to do you believe that Jesus was a Muslim? It's a simple question. I'm not, and not to be.
Yes,
Listen,
yes,
I'm
I
not.
just-
I'm
yeah, I
not
just
because
said
you're
it.
clearly older than I am. So I don't believe in disrespecting my elders. But I'm trying to take this conversation in a productive route. That's why I'm stopping you and I'm asking you. Because we know what you believe, brother. Like we know what you believe. We're familiar with the terminology. We wouldn't be up here talking with you if we hadn't done the homework. Okay. So let me ask you: do you believe that Jesus Christ was a Muslim? Lazar, are you there? You're gonna have to, whatever you're on, brother. You're gonna have to plug it in because your battery indicator is showing that your device is about to lose life. Can you still hear me? Yeah, you gotta put it on the charger, brother. You gotta put it on the charger. You're sounding like a robot.
Okay, well, just
oh,
let
there
me
you
go.
are. There you are. There you
I'll-
are. Okay, you're back.
Yeah, I'll come back.
Oh, okay, brother. All right, man. All right, sounds good.
What was that?
No, go ahead. We can go. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. So, do you believe that Jesus is a Muslim?
Yeah, the answer is yes.
Okay. Now, what makes you believe that Jesus was a Muslim?
That's why I described that in the beginning.
No, I understand that. But what historically or theologically makes you believe that Jesus was a Muslim? That's what I'm asking you. I'm asking you. I didn't ask. I don't. Let's leave the terminology on the table for now. Let's ask ourselves critically. What makes us look at anything in history, right? Bible, Quran, anything included. What makes you think Jesus was actually a Muslim?
Okay. Let's combine both of them, the Quran as well as the Bible.
You can't combine
We'll
Quran.
start with the Quran. Well, just bear with me a little patience.
Sorry.
So the Quran says, وَمَا أَمْرُوا إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ مُخْلِصِينَ لَهُ الدِّينَ. I didn't order these people to do nothing but to worship me alone, sincerely, to establish regular prayer in my remembrance, and give regular charity to the less fortunate. So, a man came up to Jesus and said, "Good master, what do I got to do?" Y'all all know the story. What do I got to do to have eternal life? We're going to make that real simple and sweet. He said, keep the commandments. What's the commandments? Worship God alone is the first one, right? He said, don't commit adultery, don't sleep around, don't lie, don't kill, don't unalive, blah, blah, blah. The man says, I've been doing these things since I've been a kid. Is there anything else? Now, this man's soul is resting on heaven or hell with this last question. You would think that Jesus would say, believe in the Trinity, believe in my sacrifice, be a Christian, worship me, something. His soul in hell is resting on this last question. You know what Jesus said? Go sell your clothes and help the poor people out.
Brother,
Lazar,
brother,
And
you're
follow
literally,
me.
you're literally,
yeah, and follow him.
right. We know that.
Follow me
brother.
is not worship me.
The question,
Follow me is not worship me.
The question was, why do you think Jesus was a Muslim and not God? So let's start with the Muslim portion and then get into the not God portion. Please just answer the question directly. Please.
Okay. Now, well, you're asking me. All right, let's go back. You're asking me, do I think he's a Muslim? With everybody watching, I think it's safe to define what is a Muslim so that everybody can know when I describe it, when I answer it. What is a Muslim?
Can you start by when was that word?
You're asking. I'm trying to answer it so that your public, your audience,
I know.
can
Can
understand. Because you're saying forget the linguistics. That's like asking somebody, what is a crip?
Can you start by telling us when was the word first introduced, please, in the Arabic lexicon, dictionary, vocabulary?
I don't want to go into all of that. He's asking a question. I want to stick to the point.
I think it's very important. Please do.
Could we maybe just skip the scenic route?
Yeah, have a good one, brother. There's plenty of people requesting up on TikTok, man. Like, my goodness gracious. I mean, I was trying to make it easy for him, and he wouldn't take the bait. Like, dude, can you just tell me why he's a Muslim? I don't care for you to try to define to me what you think it is. That's not what I'm asking you. Like, why was Jesus a Muslim, bro? All right, Arosa.
If you want, I'll take one.
Sure. Lord have mercy. On Islamic
way,
Apex is sending Courtney gifts. That's strange to me, but okay.
Right,
Hey, thanks, and I appreciate you.
He
was sending me gifts too, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just FYI, his
Whatever
grandma.
those peptides are doing, they're working for us.
Hello,
so I
can you
appreciate
hear
it.
me?
Yeah,
Hello?
what's up, Remy? You what do you believe? What faith are you?
So actually I believe in Christ, and
That's a child.
I believe that Jesus is not God, and I believe that Jesus
How old
is
are you,
not
Remy?
a Muslim.
How old are you, Remy?
Well, I was born in 2026.
So you're not even old enough to be having this conversation. Excellent. All right, man. Yeah, I just don't. You know what? I always ask myself, guys. I said, are Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday just bad days? I wonder if I went live on different days, would I get better people or different people? The answer is no. The answer.
How's it going? I was gonna say, yeah. How's it going?
Hi, Courtney. How are you? Welcome to the stream.
I'm good. How are you?
Cora still running from you?
Courtney.
Oh yeah, for
The
sure.
song is playing again.
Oh, here it is.
Big Money A. Big Money A, I know that you are a Muslim, man. Jesus is God, not a Muslim, and the Trinity is logical. What do you think, brother?
The second point, please.
The second? So you want to talk about the Trinity?
Yay.
Okay, John,
Let
I
me
know you said
introduce
you want to
myself.
cook, so go ahead. Go ahead, guys.
Let me introduce myself. One sec. Let me introduce myself. I go by Big Money A, and I have 3 degrees. Do you guys want to introduce yourself?
I am bought by blood. I have no degrees.
I am Courtney. I'm
I
a
would
child
prefer
of God.
if I don't talk to someone who doesn't have degrees.
I am J49er, and I'm your father.
See the rudeness? See the rudeness in this Indian?
Big Money.
What?
I was
I'm just introducing myself.
in
Dude.
the years when people usually spend sitting in classrooms, I was almost getting my rear end blown off in the Middle East. So yeah, go ahead, brother. But if you think your degrees
rear end
are impressive, then
What are you
Bro,
doing?
bro,
to
bro
your
doesn't
rear
have a single day degree.
Maverick,
Dude. He
what
got
are
it from
they
the
doing to your
University
rear
of
end?
Madrasa, dude. He's got a Madrasa degree, dude. That's all he's got. He's got no degrees.
Did you see how quickly
Wait,
I said? Did you see how quickly? And this is only for some reason this is synonymous with Muslims. I said I was almost getting my
Synonymous.
rear end blown off, and the only thing he heard was rear end, and that's what he wanted to talk about. These are Muslims for you guys. These are Muslims.
Okay, let's
for you.
talk. Let's talk.
Go ahead.
Let's
John.
talk. Let's talk, guys.
All right. Trinity's logical. I'm just going to say that the Trinity does not infer a logical contradiction. So.
Right. Okay. Okay, let's see. Which argument should we use? Okay. When is Jesus the only person in the Trinity who incarnated?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, the decision for Jesus to incarnate, did it come within the Trinity? Did it come from one center of consciousness, or did it come from Jesus' center of consciousness?
What do you mean by decision?
The decision for Jesus to be the one to incarnate, where did that come from?
Yeah, but what do you mean by decision?
You don't know what decision means?
No, I want to know how you're using the term.
The decision, in the sense, like what? Okay.
Do you think God's knowledge is? Do you think God's knowledge is temporal and chronological?
This is not what I'm saying. I'm saying, okay, wait. How many centers of consciousness?
When you say a decision is something that takes place in time, right? So if I decide right now to clap my hands, guess what? I clapped my hands, but there was a chronological series of events that took place in reference to like a temporal notion. When you say decision, I need to know what you mean there, because my position is that it is an eternal decision that is necessary and metaphysical to the Trinity. The decision itself is not something that's contingent.
That's good. We're getting somewhere. So it's necessary, right?
Well, like, can you answer what you mean by decision?
Is it necessary? Yes or no?
Brother, I asked you a very simple question. You said there's a decision. Do you just accept my definition, or do you want to actually offer your definition?
No, I love your answer. I want to.
The madrasa degrees that didn't teach him that. Dude.
Okay.
So are you granting? Is he granting John?
He doesn't even understand the question.
Bob by Blood,
Hey, Big
just so you know,
Money.
your stalker's requesting up, Bob by Blood.
Who's my
Big Money, are you granting John's answer?
Anas is requesting up.
Let me talk. One sec. Let me talk. Yes, I'm asking about your paradigm. You're saying that Jesus being the one to incarnate is necessary, yes?
Yeah, it's fine. It's metaphysical.
Okay, what is the necessity grounded on?
Yeah, it's metaphysically necessary. So if you're arguing against the Trinity, you agree you're doing an internal critique, correct?
Of course, I'm doing.
If you're doing an internal critique, you have to accept my metaphysical commitments, correct?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So the Son becoming incarnate is metaphysically necessary. So what's the argument?
Yes. Okay. Would it be an issue if the Father incarnated?
A question is not an argument.
Answer my question.
Do you have an argument?
Answer my question,
brother. I've answered multiple of your questions. Now I'm asking for the argument. So if you're going to say that Trinity is illogical, then run the LPT. Let's see how it goes for you. If you want, I'll help you.
I have my own set of questions.
Yeah, but your questions are not arguments. So if I answer, let me ask you a question. If I answer one of your questions incorrectly and I commit heresy, does that mean that you've proved the Trinity false?
So you're not qualified to answer? Okay, someone who's qualified.
No, lock into my question. Pay attention. If, upon the condition, I answer one of your questions incorrectly and I fall into some sort of heresy, does that prove the Trinity itself is illogical?
No, it proves you're a burger.
Bingo! Fantastic. So that means if your claim is against the Trinity being logical, it has nothing to do with how I answer questions because you have to derive a logical contradiction. It doesn't matter whether or not I'm a burger. It doesn't matter whether or not I fail to answer your questions because you're making arguments against the position, not my individual position. So I ask you again, what's the argument?
DBL, if you can't even represent the position of the Trinity, why am I talking to you?
What's the argument against the logical coherency of the Trinity?
All right, okay. I'll give you the argument.
Fantastic.
You said that Jesus being the one to incarnate is metaphysically necessary, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I dispute that claim. I want to know what is the problem if the Father or the Holy Spirit incarnate. Do you have an answer for me?
Brother, yet again, I'm going to tell you, I have to teach you again. Questions are not arguments. If you have an argument against the coherency of the Trinity, it has nothing to do with how I answer questions. It has to do with you defeating the actual coherency of the doctrine. Do you have an argument against the doctrine of the Trinity such as it produces a logical contradiction?
Oh, you want like premise 1, premise 2, and a conclusion?
Listen, I'll take even something informal at this point, but I figure someone with 3 degrees could formalize it, right?
I could formalize it, but I want to talk to you. I like talking to you, BBL. You're very interesting to talk to.
I got you. I'm very interesting. Now give the argument.
Yeah. You're very interesting. Okay.
Hold on a second. Before you start, why are you insulting him by always saying BBL?
It's fine. I don't care.
What isn't that not his name?
Izzy, Izzy. Okay. Listen, son of Muta. Would you like us to refer to you that way? He's speaking to you in a respectful manner, and you're constantly calling him BBL and insulting him.
Well, let's just be honest. This isn't his
Isn't
first
that his
time
name?
thinking
Isn't that
about
his
the
name?
back end. He
Right.
mentioned with the host.
Yeah.
So that's.
Yep.
We know he has a back end fetish.
Yeah, that doesn't
men.
surprise me at all. That's that's
Right.
apparently that's what they like.
So
Yeah, listen. If you want big money, if you want to be obsessed with big booty Latinas or big booty lifts, I don't really care. I just need you to give the argument.
What the hell? Hey, look, what's this panel? Why are you guys insulting? I came here to give an argument,
Oh my.
and now you guys are insulting.
Brother,
But you
me
haven't
talk,
given an
let me
argument. You've gave
I
questions.
didn't insult you.
You know
I
what?
didn't insult you.
Courtney, stop, Courtney.
You
Stop
can't
assuming
even
Courtney
track
doesn't
that I
insult
didn't insult you.
Yeah.
How did I
You
insult
upset that I
you?
said you
Let me,
didn't give an
Just
argument.
please give the argument.
Let me get you somebody at least that will go be a better interlocutor, as you like to call them.
Holy heaven.
Yeah. This
there's
is
no
not gonna
need.
go
There's
nowhere.
no need for that constant remark.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? You guys ready to have a serious discussion? I won't promote this time. Don't worry.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So who am I gonna talk to? Who's gonna be the individual
You
that
want
wants
to
to
crash
talk?
out like you crashed out on IP's live,
Looks,
dude?
it looks like you got me, Anas.
Oh, I
Unfortunately
got
for
you.
you.
Again, man. You want another beatdown, bro? All right.
Brother.
All right.
Brother. Okay, wait. Let's just talk about the beatdown really quick.
I'll wait.
Really quick.
No problem.
In the video you uploaded to your YouTube, did you not describe when I asked you for No, don't run.
You
You
know
said it was a
what?
beatdown.
Guys, check out my new YouTube video, full interaction.
Hold on, Anas. Let him
Here,
Anas. Let
one
him
sec, just let me
finish
finish
and
my
then Anas.
question.
Yeah, say what you just let
Yeah,
him
let me
finish and then you
finish my
start talking
question.
shit. Go ahead, bro.
Did you not describe the word prove as a rational justification for metaphysical impossibility?
Brother, you here to talk about an argument or what?
Yeah, wait, you said you gave me a beatdown, homie. Did you not describe
I
the
just
word
told
prove?
everyone where to go to watch it. I mean, that's kind of what matters.
Okay, but listen, did you or did you not describe the word prove
It's
as a
full
rational
interaction,
justification?
everyone. I don't want to hear the copium right now about my blood.
Then why did you come up here and say I gave you a beatdown?
Because I mean, we all watched
Because-
it happen, and I posted the full interaction for a reason.
And listen,
So,
I applaud
everyone
you.
go check it out. YouTube Islamic Apex, link in bio. Anyways, let's talk about Christianity really quick.
Yeah,
Right.
actually,
If
I applaud.
anybody
Everyone
wants
go
to-
watch
if
that video.
anybody-
I
hey,
actually agree.
brother, you can keep rewatching the video if you
Yeah, I
truly
agree.
think that you did something. I
Notice how
consider
you're not
it
answering the question. Notice how you're not
Notice
answering
how
the
you're
question.
not discussing Christianity with me.
No. We can do it. But you wanted
okay,
to
so
throw the rhetoric
let's talk about Christianity because you were so
I know,
eager
but
to talk
you
about
wanted, listen,
Christianity.
you
with
threw the
other
first
guy.
shot about the beatdown, right?
Brother, I'm just letting you know what happened.
Right?
It's on YouTube, right? So let's just go ahead and talk about Christianity.
Okay, let's talk about it.
All right. Let's talk. Okay. So now, do you believe that the Bible, would you say that it's inerrant?
I hold to infallibility.
Right. Now, let me ask you this question real quick. Did Abraham, was he revealed the name Yahweh by God or the title?
That's fine.
Is that an answer to the question or what?
Yeah, just what's I thought you were making a logical argument. Are you doing a biblical argument or a logical argument? Just let me know where we're going.
It would be biblical because we're talking about inerrancy of the Bible, right?
Okay, but
inerrant
wait a
or
second. Just really quick on us. The Trinity. So which prompt are we doing? Are we doing Jesus is not a Muslim, or are we doing Trinity is logical?
Oh, are these the only two prompts you guys are discussing today?
Yeah, those are the prompts right now.
Oh, okay. I would say that Jesus would definitely, well, not be considered God, and he would be considered a Muslim. You want to talk about that?
Okay, yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay. So first, we understand a Muslim is one who precisely submits to the 6 articles of faith that are proposed by the religion. In short words, they are submitting to the will of God. Can we agree?
Okay, so when we say submitting to the will of God, are you using this in reference to just like the etymology of the word?
No, that's the definition of the word that we use. It's not just like we're not just appealing to the etymology. It's kind of what the word has been used to mean historically.
Okay, so
Can you answer the question?
so the semantics, right? So the semantic of Muslim says to be a submitter to God. But if I made the same argument, I could say, like, Anas, are you a follower of Christ?
I've not heard a yes or no yet, man. Lord.
Yeah, sure. I'll grant you that be a Muslim is a submitter to God in the semantic sense. So let me ask you this. Oh, I answered your question. I answered your question. Let me ask one.
It's not like you ask a question after me because I asked one. I'm the one that's going to be proposing a line of argumentation.
No, but I'm answering.
You answered, so then we can. The question I asked was a qualifier. Why are you trying to talk now?
Okay, well let me just ask. So when it comes to
I guess by blood ask. I guess.
Okay, fantastic. When it comes to semantically being a Christian, it means to be a follower of Christ, right?
Sure, dude.
Are you a Christian?
No.
You don't follow Christ?
Well, I do, but that's not all that's constituted.
Right? You do follow Christ, right?
Do you remember how I precisely said earlier that a Muslim precisely is one who submits to the 6 articles of faith, right?
Okay, so now we can get it. Now we can get into
not
the
every
articles of faith,
Muslim.
but I wanted to show you.
Hold on, bought by blood. I'm trying to speak right now. What that means is not everyone that claims to be one in which submits to God is necessarily a Muslim. Why? Because they're not submitting to the 6 articles of faith.
Okay, so let's go through the 6 articles. So I wanted to come to
that's
a
not the
common
definition, by the way.
ground.
That's not the definition.
Well,
He's just added.
Well, your boy already granted it.
One second. Yeah, so I wanted to come to a common ground. If we're simply going off the semantic of the term Muslim and Christian, I'm a Muslim in the sense that I submit to God, and you're a Christian.
We are not only basing it off of the semantic.
I know. I'm not. I didn't say we are. I wanted to have that common understanding.
It doesn't matter.
So now, when it goes to the 6 articles, let's break it down. Do your first article.
The first article is to believe in God, the only true God, and then to believe in the angels and the books, every single book that God has sent, and the day of judgment, divine predestination, and all the messengers that were sent.
Okay, let's just do the first article, then scripturally apply it to Jesus in a historical sense.
Okay. The first article is the belief in the only true God. Jesus confirms this in John chapter 17, verse 3.
Okay, so in John 17:3, now let's just put Christianity aside for a second. When Jesus holds right that the Father is the only true God. Now, in the Christian sense, we can say that this is just in reference to the nominal sense of the word, right? So God is functioning as a title in the same way a king can function as a title. So when he says the only true God, that is going to be applied to the Father in the exact same way, by the way, that the Nicaeans use it. The Nicaeans, when you look at the fundamental doctrine of the Trinity and how it was established through the Nicene Creed, you see the Nicaeans do the exact same thing. So that's the Christian answer, that when Jesus is applying it to the Father, he's applying it in the nominal sense in the same way the Nicaeans do at the Nicene.
So he believed in the only true God. I don't know why you had to add the extra yapathon. It wasn't really necessary, man. But it's okay. We'll continue.
Yeah. So
hang on.
I didn't give the extra.
I'm just trying to talk, man.
But wait a second. I didn't give my answer. Remember, I told you we're going to put Christianity aside.
I thought you were finished. I mean,
no. Remember.
Yeah, I know, guys. I know. I got the error again. I apologize for that, guys. If you guys can still hear, hard encoder unavailable. That's actually not correct. But yeah, I don't know, guys. This is a TikTok live. This is a TikTok live studio thing. I don't know why it does this.
You got some perfect Wi-Fi, brother Maverick.
No, this ain't a Wi-Fi thing, man. This is a TikTok live studio thing. I wish it was as simple as Wi-Fi. All right, guys. Yeah, we'll get all the guests back up here. Go ahead and request back up. It looks black, I guess.
That was strange.
No,
Okay.
it's not. It's not you guys. It's TikTok Live Studio being itself. As
Just
usual.
keep us both up here. I mean, that'll be perfect.
Yeah,
To be
go
fair.
ahead.
Oh, J49er.
Okay. So anyway, yeah. So when we're looking at the statement, the one true God, right? In John 17:3, like I said.
Did he believe in the only true God or not, man? Holy, this debate's gonna take forever if this is how we're gonna do it like this. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, so I gave the
Did he
explanation.
believe in the only true
wait,
God
listen,
or not,
listen,
man?
listen.
Very
I
simple
gave
question, by blood.
I gave the explanation in the nominal sense.
Okay, so he does believe in the only true God.
In the nominal sense.
Perfect. Let's continue.
But does that negate? Does that negate that he doesn't also like have divinity or can possess divinity or the Holy Spirit can possess
We're
divinity?
not there yet. You're jumping the gun, right? So let's continue.
Well, it doesn't negate. Well, I'm just
Hold
saying, if
on.
we're
I
using this
never
in the
said
nominal
that
sense,
alone would negate something. We have to continue with the articles of faith. Let's continue. So we said that the belief in God is necessary to be a Muslim. Jesus satisfies the first one. That doesn't make him a Muslim immediately.
But here's the question.
Brother, can I
Does it
please
sat-
talk? I can't
No,
talk.
but we have to still talk about this point.
This
Does
point
it
will never end
satisfy
if you will
it?
not agree with me that Jesus worshiped the only true God.
No. My question is this: does it satisfy it if it's the same referent, or does it satisfy it if it is the same referent that commits completely different actions? Which one?
Well, wait, I need you to rephrase your question for me. I don't think I understood.
Okay, the question is this: if Jesus believes in the one true God, all right, we're going to say that there's a referent there. Now, Jesus believes in the one true God in the sense of the nominal and the Father, and I'm asking you, is it believing in the one true God in the sense that it is based off of just the same referent regardless of actions? Or can he be a Muslim and believe in the referent that has completed contradictory actions to the Quran?
Well, the reference that he is, well, okay, firstly, the referent here, we would agree that would be the Father when he mentions the only true God. So he is going to be believing or saying this proposition such that he is worshiping the referent, specifically the Father.
Okay, but that didn't answer my question though. So the question is it just the referent?
It's
or
just,
is
it's
it
just the referent.
Okay, so you're fine with it being just the referent, even if Jesus is worshiping a God that that did and completed completely different actions than the God of the Quran.
I don't necessarily agree with that. Now, just because, firstly, by the way, I do affirm that there are misattributions to God found within the Bible, but that doesn't necessarily negate that it's the same God. Like, for instance, let's say me and you, we have a mutual friend. His name is John, right? I describe John as a person that's outgoing and nice and kind, and he's really cool to be around. You talk about John, you say, well, he's not outgoing, he's not nice, he's rude, he's mean. Now, what's cool about this is that we are talking about the same person in reality, yet it's the case that we are describing him completely different. Okay, so that's essentially one sec. So that's essentially what's happening here, right? That's what I would believe in, that the Quran correctly describes God the Father, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I believe that the Bible does describe the Father accurately to some degree, but I obviously do believe that it's not completely accurate. That's just a response. So when you say the quote-unquote reference, and that this referent, he does things that contradicts Islam, it's not really a defeater, unfortunately, because we would still be talking about the same person in reality. And I still hold the Bible to essentially corrupt the idea of God and his nature, but it doesn't really negate that it's the same God. Can we move on to the second pillar?
One sec. So we're asking of the referent, okay? We agree in the terms of the referent, but here's the question. If Jesus, as an Islamic prophet under your view, believes something completely false about the one true God in this sense, in reference to actions or powers, is he worshiping the same God as you?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a different God. It would just be considered a quote-unquote misattribution if that's granted to be the case anyway.
Okay.
So are we able to move on to the next pillar or not?
Yeah, so if you're just saying that Jesus
Okay, you want
is
the last word? Get
worshiping
the last word. It's okay. Get the last word. It's fine.
Well, you asked me a question.
The question was, can we continue to the second pillar? That's
Yeah,
the
and
question.
I was giving the clarifier. So to the
Clarifier
first
to can
pillar,
we
if you're
move to the
just
next
saying
pillar?
it's the same referent
Holy.
and it has nothing to do with actions, then I think there's going to be a problem there. But you can push on to the second one. That's fine.
Not really a problem if we can. No, it's not really a problem because I'm literally admitting and telling you that there are different characteristics predicated onto the same individual. That doesn't mean they're not worshiping the same being in reality. But now I gave you my example with how we have a mutual friend, but let's continue. So the belief in God, the belief in angels, we agree unanimously, I think, that Jesus believed in the creation of angels, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, and you would say that Jesus believes in every revelation in which was sent down to every nation, right? Like, for instance, the Psalms, the Torah, the Injil, and whatnot.
I mean, I don't think the Injil
Holy.
exists. So no, I wouldn't hold that.
So Jesus didn't believe in the good news that he was preaching?
Jesus did believe in the good news that he's preaching.
Perfect.
But when you
That's
say
all
the
we're- that's all
Injil,
I'm
wait,
asking.
no. But when you say the
No.
Injil, are you talking about a document or are you talking about
That was your
just what Jesus is
presupposition.
preaching?
I didn't necessarily say document. That's your presupp. I don't even believe the Injil is a document anyway.
Okay, but
So,
here,
okay, perfect.
no.
Hold on.
We have to hit this Injil
I
thing.
answered your
Wait.
qualifier,
This is
sir.
important. This is important. We
I
have to hit
guess
this
it's
Injil thing.
important because you said so, man. Go ahead.
No, it's important because if it's based off of the teaching of Jesus, and you're saying, okay, Jesus is a Muslim because he believed in his own teaching, but now we have a
I
contradictory
didn't
claim.
say
Now
that's
we
the
have a
only
claim.
holy. I
Wait a
didn't
second.
say he's a Muslim because he believes in his teachings. Why are you not tracking? But
No,
like,
listen, Apex.
you cannot be a Muslim if you don't satisfy all 6 articles of
I
faith.
know.
You haven't even
I'm
finished
pointing out
explaining
Jesus
the
does
6
not
articles of
satisfy
faith.
this one. I'm pointing out Jesus does not satisfy
Can you
this.
repeat the pillar?
Yes, the pillar that you're representing is that Jesus believes in all of the revelations, the Torah, the Psalms, and then you said the Injil. Now, the Injil is
that wrong?
immediately...
Is that wrong?
Yes, it's
Holy
wrong.
moly.
Because
He doesn't believe in the Torah and his own teachings and the Psalms?
I didn't say the Torah. I said the
Yo.
Injil. Focus. Track it.
Wait. No, you
Anas,
didn't
track.
hear my question. I said he doesn't believe in all 3?
Anas, track. He does
I'm
not
tracking.
believe
You're
in the
not tracking.
Injil in the sense... Listen, watch this. He does
Watch
not
this, guys.
believe... Pay attention. He does not believe in the Injil in the sense that you're using Injil. Because
How am I using
if Jesus,
Injil?
watch. If Jesus believes in his own teachings and his own teachings are contradictory to the Islamic paradigm, let me ask you a question. Did Jesus teach that he was going to be crucified?
No, I don't believe he said. No, I don't believe that.
Okay, so if he believes in that teaching, does he believe in the entire Injil according to your paradigm?
Honestly, you'd have to demonstrate that he believed.
No.
in that.
Answer the question.
The answer is if Jesus believed he'd be crucified, he wouldn't be Muslim. But no, we have to demonstrate that.
When you say the Injil and you say one of the pillars, wait, watch this. No. This is where it hurts. When you say one of the pillars of Islam is to believe in all the previous revelations, and you say the Torah, and I say, yes, you know what, Anas, we agree he believed in the Torah. Then you say the Psalms. I say, yes, Anas, we believe that he agreed in the Psalms. And then you say the Injil, and you say, oh, it's not the document itself, it's the teachings of Jesus himself. And I say, okay, yes, Jesus did believe in his teachings, but now you have an issue because Jesus taught something contrary to Islam.
Demonstrate that.
Yeah, Jesus taught about his own crucifixion.
How do we understand that?
We understand that through the historical record.
What historical record?
Matthew, Mark, Luke, John.
Oh, okay. So Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Do you want to pick?
Do Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John contain the teachings of Jesus?
Just one
They're all
moment.
anonymous authors, sir.
Hold on. I want to hold on, Ghost. Hold on. So you said Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John teach that Jesus said he'd be crucified, right?
Yep. Do Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John holds the?
Do you want to pick a gospel? Do you want to pick a gospel to like talk about? Which one? You just pick one out of the 4.
I mean, we can do any of them. So if
Wanna
you
do-
want to do,
let's do John.
Let's do. Yeah, we can do John.
The best one that you got, the book of John. Okay.
Yeah, we can do John. We can do Luke. Whatever.
Okay, cool. Let's do John. So Jesus Christ, according to the narrative found within John, he he teaches specifically that he was gonna die on the cross, right?
Here, let me pull up an actual. We're gonna
Can
pull
I
up
get a yes or no real quick?
one sec. I'm gonna pull up an actual scripture so we can actually talk about it.
Oh, sure. I mean, even though that's not going to like do anything for the next point I'm gonna bring, but sure, I guess.
I mean, you can keep talking while I look it up.
No, no, no. I'll wait for you. You're gonna probably answer incorrectly if you're doing something at the same time.
All right, so I'm gonna go to let's see.
Yo, chat. You guys are gonna make me promote it, man. Come on, man.
No, don't promote it.
Don't adjust my chat, brother.
My fault, man. I was just saying, man.
All right, so you want to go to John, so we'll go to John, and I'm going to go specifically to John 3, and we're going to read verse 14, 15, and guess what? John 3:16 itself. So in John, it says, as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up, so that whoever believes in him will have eternal life. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, and whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. For God did not send his Son into the world to judge the world, but the world might be saved through him. Do we agree that Jesus' teaching of his crucifixion and him being lifted up in the same way as the serpent in ancient Israel?
Well, according to the narrative of John, Jesus Christ does teach that he would be crucified, but
okay, so you grant that.
No, what I do grant is not that. What I don't grant, sorry, is that Jesus taught it. I grant that according to John's narrative, he did teach it. Now,
Okay,
here's the thing.
then this is where we have where Jesus isn't a Muslim.
Just hold on, by blood. Hold on. What we need to do now is justify that John's account of Jesus Christ's teachings or words are historical. Now, my question would be is that who wrote John, firstly?
Okay, but wait a second. Now we're shifting the argument to something else, because here's the claim. The claim is Jesus is a Muslim in the sense that he upholds the pillars of Islam and submits to God. We walked through the referent, we walked through the idea of angels, and now we got to the Injil. You agreed to me that the Injil itself is the teachings of Jesus.
Yes.
And I said, yes, Jesus believed in his teachings, but now we have a contradiction because him believing in his teachings contradict Islam.
What we're
now,
trying to do is
when
discern
we shift,
between
so we
attributed hold on. No, you're not answering. You didn't actually understand.
No. But here's the
by blood,
question.
hold on.
Do we
hold
agree?
On, by blood, it looks like you're misunderstanding. So I want to make sure that we get us right back on track because I think you're getting a little bit off track, and that's okay.
Misunderstanding
Just hold on. You are, unfortunately.
I literally just assumed your entire position.
No, you didn't though. You didn't. Let me tell you how, right? So I do believe that Jesus's teachings definitely wouldn't go against Islam, but we are now assuming that the entirety of the Gospel of John would be considered quote unquote Jesus's teachings. Okay, so what you need to do then is try and justify, at least give an attempt to authorship, right? How do we know who authored the book of John, right? I never said the whole book of John includes accurate teachings of Jesus Christ, nor did I say none of the book of John includes accurate teachings of Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
okay?
but you have to understand that's a burden shift.
Wait, it's a burden shift to ask who wrote the book of John?
Yes, it literally is a burden shift.
How is it wait, sorry.
It is your burden. Apex, it's your burden to show how Jesus is a Muslim and how he did teach the Injil as you understand it.
Wait,
it is
but
not
that's
my
not,
it
wait,
is not
wait.
my burden.
Oh,
Wait
you're
a
not
sec, 1
tracking,
second.
mister.
1 sec. No, it is not my burden.
Completely different things, by the way. So I understand that it's my burden to prove he's a Muslim, but it's not
then
my.
you have to show how he taught the Injil.
Hold on, by blood. Let me tell you how you just messed up in front of your whole chat. So for you to call it a burden shift, hold on, brother. For you to call it a burden shift for me to ask who wrote the book of John, it would be only proper to say that if it was my burden to prove that John didn't write John, right? But unfortunately, that's not what's happening, and you just embarrass yourself in front of the chat. I don't know. Wait,
authorship is not in contention.
By blood, I'm trying to talk. It would only be a burden shift. Hold on.
Authorship is not in contention.
It is in contention. What are you talking about? Wait.
Authorship is not in contention. Listen, I can defend it.
That was my question.
I can defend.
That was my
traditional
question
authorship.
about by blood. Who wrote the book of John?
Wait,
Yeah,
why
I believe
does
it's John.
authorship make the
Yeah,
book
I
too long?
100%
J49
hold that
tag
it's John. But
teaming.
here's the point.
He's
Listen,
coming in.
listen.
Coming in hot. Well, not
Pay
very
attention.
hot, but
Pay attention. It is a burden shift.
Holy.
Because again, it is your burden to show
Holy.
that Jesus taught the Injil in the Islamic sense.
Right, brother. So
Show me
what you
that.
did, right, brother. Hold
No,
on.
show me.
Hold on. You appealed. Hold on. You appealed to the four gospels as some sort of authority to demonstrate that Jesus said that he would die on the cross. So I'm going to ask you, do you have any authorship justification for the author of John such
Brother,
that it
that's
would
a burden
reflect?
shift.
Hold on. I'm going to tell you again how it's not a burden shift.
No, I
and I'm gonna
promise you it is.
Upload,
It is
I'm gonna
your
upload-
burden.
You
Let
can
me
keep
explain
promising
to
me
you.
bought by blood.
Apex,
It's
it is
not
your
helping.
burden
Yo, is this
to
guy
show Jesus.
Yo, the mods
It is
are
your
muted.
claim. Jesus, here's your claim. Jesus
can I-
upheld all the pillars of Islam. Within those pillars, Jesus
brother, are
believed
you
in the
gonna let
previous revelations, and that is the Injil. It is
Hey,
now
John,
your
John, real quick.
Where'd he go?
John, can I just John?
He left.
Oh, I don't know.
No,
if
he left. Yeah, he left.
I was gonna try to help because you're right. It is a burden shift. The problem is that because you're responding to his questions about the Injil, he then burden shifted, and then in that topic, it would be your obligation to prove it, but that wasn't the topic to begin with. The burden was on him to prove that Jesus taught one of the six pillars in an Islamic sense. That was the burden. You're correct on that.
And why is
But
it
he just shifted so quickly.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
Well, one second.
Bro,
So,
John,
guys,
we didn't kick him. That's the thing. He left on his own.
Yeah. Listen, why does authorship have anything to do with proving if that's the word of God? It's in both our paradigms, if a book is canonized and standardized and is accepted, we accept it.
Yo,
as
why
that
did your
is the word of
moderator
God,
drop me, man?
right?
What's
Nobody
going on,
dropped
bro?
you. Nobody dropped you. Don't
Alright.
lie. Do not lie.
How did
So-
nobody drop me if I was cut off
Hold on,
mid-sentence?
Brother,
and then
because
back
I
up?
get a hold on.
I didn't-
Because hold
I
on.
didn't.
Because I get a
You
notification.
know, it may just be your TikTok live studio if it was.
Anas, hold on, brother. Because your idiocy does not work with me, brother. I know you've never spoken to me, but I guarantee you and promise you, all your little BS, I will hit it with a sledgehammer. I guarantee you and promise
Yo,
you.
you're
all your
so
little
tough,
friends,
bro.
all right? No, I'm just letting you know. I'm letting
Yo,
you
this
know.
shit's-
I'm letting you know. So shut the hell up, because I get
down.
notifications. I am calm. Believe me, you don't want to see me not
Brother
calm.
Matt.
I get notifications when people get
you
kicked
calm
at the
down, please?
top. And it tells me who kicked them. Now, it did say that Harvest Noel did mute you because Bought by Blood was in the middle of a response. That is true.
Done.
But it did not say that you were removed. And I would have said it because
Holy
when people
cow.
are
Wait,
removed, when people are removed,
Yo,
I'm
can
the
I
first
talk?
one to
This-
say it. No, you talk a lot,
Let
brother.
him-
And I
just
haven't
let
said a
him
word.
finish, bro.
Right. I haven't said a word, okay? And
You
I know
haven't
that
said
you're
a
used to
word,
getting
son.
I know that you're used to getting the last word in, but unfortunately, brother, that's not going to happen here, okay? Now, you were not removed. You ended up leaving on your own because I didn't get the notification that any one of my mods removed you, okay?
Why are we openly lying?
You can say whatever the hell you want. I'm
I guess,
recording
bro.
it.
I guess.
Yeah, you can guess whatever you want.
Okay. So
Am I gonna keep getting muted? What's going on this panel, man? And like we're removing,
No,
we're
I'll-
muting.
go
What's
ahead-
going
go
on
ahead
here?
and- go
I
ahead
don't-
and
I don't
respond.
understand.
Go ahead and
Anyways,
respond.
Bought by Blood. So it would not be a burden shift because it would only be a burden shift if it was my burden to prove that John didn't write John. And you claimed that it was a burden shift when I asked the question, can you prove that the authorship of John would be reliable? Meaning that the author of
real
John
quick.
truly
Anas,
is.
real quick.
Why are you interrupting,
Anas,
boss
Anas.
man? I don't get it, brother.
Anas, it's me.
You
It's me.
cupcake.
Hold on.
Why are you
Brother,
interrupting?
because I was trying to talk to you
That's
before
not
you
a
got dropped or
burden
whatever,
shift
before you dropped.
Why do I have people interrupting, man?
It is a burden shift. The argument from the beginning was,
Oh my
can you
God, I
prove
can't-
that Jesus taught Islamically the six pillars? That was the topic of conversation.
Yes, but we are now
then
talking
you
about
started-
the
you started
authorship of
asking him
what
questions.
Bought by
One second,
Blood's
I'm just gonna be
appealing
quick.
to, bro.
You started asking him questions about how he believes that he did not teach it Islamically, and then he brought up the Gospels, etc. But that was not the topic of contention. You still need
That's
to
not a
prove that Jesus taught the six pillars Islamically. That's your burden.
Yes, and guess what Bought by Blood did? He appealed to the Gospel of John to demonstrate that Jesus contradicts Islam. And what I'm asking is for him to give some sort of justification that the author of John was John, such that we can attribute these teachings to Jesus accurately, right? So it's not a burden shift anyway. You would claim it's a red herring, you moron. And that is
Wait,
actually
here,
part
let
of the
me-
discussion because we are basing our
crap, bro.
Yeah, but
All right,
here's
I'm not gonna lie.
This is just insane.
no. Let
Can
me-
you stop
let me
muting?
address it.
What's going on with your mods, bro? Are they like
Yeah,
animals?
hey,
Like what's
hey,
wrong
mods.
with them, man?
Yeah, mods.
Holy,
chill.
and I
So
know it's that
Apex.
chick, bro. What's
So
wrong
Apex.
with her, man? Holy
Apex.
moly.
Here, one sec. Listen. So I'm gonna respond to you. Okay. When it comes to
I couldn't
John,
even finish talking about some response. I guess take the half-ass response that I couldn't even complete.
Okay, here,
and,
let's do
respond
this.
to it.
Blah blah blah. Here, let Anas finish his
I'll let him
entire
finish.
statement,
Go
and then you go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you. Guys, let me make this clear once and for all, right? So, originally, the claim was that Jesus fulfills or satisfies the 6 conditions in order to be a Muslim, okay? Bought by Blood appeals to the Gospel of John to demonstrate that there's some sort of theological, like incoherency between Islam and Christianity. And he does that by appealing to a verse where Jesus Christ, quote unquote, teaches that he will die on the cross, okay? What am I doing? I'm like, okay, I have no reason to grant that this is something that which Jesus taught. What we are going to do now is give justification for the author being John, because remember, nobody said that we're making an internal critique here. I don't know if you're under that presupposition. I'm not like this burger. I'm not gonna just like accept the internal critique. This is gonna be an external critique, right? So bought by blood, it would not be a burden shift because it's not my burden to prove that John wrote John. That's the only time it would ever be a burden shift if I asked you who wrote the book of John and can you prove the authorship's reliable. But now you said it's not part of the topic. So it would no longer even be an attempt to burden shift. If anything, you're trying to claim that I'm committing a red herring. That's the proper fallacy you should have used. But unfortunately, it's not even a red herring in itself because it's correct. I'm not done, brother. I'm almost done, man. I'm almost done. I promise you, I'm not maxing out the word count. Everything I'm saying is relevant, even though you think I am. Right? But my point is that this is extremely relevant to the discussion because we cannot just appeal to some sort of document to demonstrate that there's some sort of incoherency between Islam and Christianity's teachings such that we grant this book. No, what we need to do now is give some sort of authorship justification to the fact that John wrote John. Otherwise, this will not be entertained as quote unquote the words of Jesus Christ, because I don't have any evidence to accept John 3:16 to be something that which is accurately demonstrating Jesus's teachings. What's going to be the response?
Yeah, so very simply, can something be reliable?
Sean, is that an answer, Sean? That's a question, Sean.
No. Here, yeah, the question is going to give my answer.
What you were talking to the other guy saying,
I'll do it this way. Listen, I'll do it this way. Something can be reliable.
Required to answer.
Something, here's your answer. Something can be reliable.
He's not answering. He's asking a question.
Pay attention.
Hold on.
Something.
Listen.
Pay attention.
Anas,
Let me talk.
Hold on. Let me establish
They're all
something.
over the place.
Anas, hold on, brother.
Oh my gosh.
You're going Anas. He's gonna answer the way that he wants to answer, not the way you desire him to answer. Okay.
He did not.
Go ahead, Bob by Blood.
He did not treat the previous guy.
Okay, here. Pay attention.
Holy moly!
Apex, let me talk to you. Shut up. Let me talk to you. Yeah, so when it comes to authorship, so me appealing to John, yes, I hold that John wrote the gospel, but here's the thing. Can you have shut up, Anas.
Oh, he's mad. He's so mad.
That's because you're over talking me.
Nah, you're mad as hell.
Listen, if you want to do this, next time you start speaking, I will overtalk you. You understand?
You're not intimidating.
You understand
bro.
the game?
You're like cute, bro. Like
so watch.
Relax.
Now
relax.
pay attention.
Calm down.
So pay attention.
When
it comes to something's reliability, it does not necessitate that you must be able to know who the author is for a document to be reliable. Okay?
Holy, what?
It doesn't necessitate it.
Wait. So a document could be anonymous and somehow be authoritative?
Isn't your
Yes,
Quran
it can be
anonymous?
reliable.
The
Apex.
Quran is anonymous.
Wait a second. It can be
the
reliable.
Quran? What does the
Yes.
Quran have to do with this? You
Apex,
don't.
I didn't bring up the Quran. Listen.
Wait, what is this whataboutism from
Pay
these
attention,
normies?
Apex.
Wait, what?
Apex.
Authorship doesn't prove anything.
Apex. Can something have reliable information without an attribution of authorship?
Okay, now that's a question that doesn't directly address what I'm attacking.
I
will answer.
it
I will
in
answer
that
nonetheless.
comment, Apex.
Can you calm down? Your voice is getting higher pitched, demonstrating you're nervous.
That it does not
I will answer your
need
question.
authorship for something
Your question,
to be reliable.
I will
now,
answer.
Apex, I'm going to ask you again.
Now I'm being
can
spammed.
something have reliable historical information that is not clear on authorship?
I will answer your question, but before I answer, I will give a yes or no, by the way, right? But Before I give a yes or no, what I will do is clarify that what you're trying to perform is an example of a false inductive conversion, right? Nobody specifically claimed that a book that is anonymous cannot contain any reliable information. That would be a foolish claim to make, but that's not what I'm doing, right, by blood? You don't have a burger at your hands here. I never said that. What I'm specifically
answer the
saying,
question.
hold your horses.
Hold, like you want to hold.
I'm trying to respond and you're interrupting. BBL, you need to calm down.
How does it feel, boo-boo?
You need to calm down.
How does it feel?
You need to
Your
breathe in through your
cholesterol is
nose
rising.
and then exhale through your mouth.
Go ahead.
Let me
finish.
finish. Nobody
I'll let you
ever
finish,
claimed
but
that
I want you to remember this.
Guys, this is going to be recorded in full and posted on YouTube.
I will not interrupt you as long as you don't interrupt me. This is the one time I'm going to interrupt
like you. Asked the damn
Pay
question.
attention.
You don't want to
I know. This is the one time I'm going to interrupt you because I wanted you to see how it feels.
Yeah, and
so,
dude, this
I'm going to
panel's
let you finish. Go.
So let me finish. Why are you interrupting? Thank you. Right. So to continue responding, guys, if you go back about 15 minutes within our conversation, I specifically said that I never said that the book of John does not exclude information that which is corresponding to reality or true. I believe the book of John contains truth, but I don't believe the book of John is completely true. I stated that about 15 to 20 minutes ago, which hence then answers your question indirectly and proves you weren't listening when you asked, is a book that which is anonymous, is it possible for it to contain reliable information or not? I already answered that question 15 minutes ago, son, right? So you need to, get your thinking caps on. So the answer is yes. A book that which is anonymous definitely can contain information that which is reliable. But the issue is here that you need to demonstrate that John chapter 3 verse 16 would be reliable. What would increase the probability of it? By demonstrating that the author in fact would be John. So what is my answer? The final summary is that the book of John does, and I'm explicitly saying it, that it does contain truth. Now, does that mean that John 3:16 is going to be accepted as some sort of authority? No, right? What you need to do then is justify that John 3:16 is something that which is authoritative / reliable, and not say, oh, well, just because it's anonymous, it doesn't mean that it doesn't include reliable information. Who cares? We already know that. Demonstrating the authorship reliability would highly increase the probability of John chapter 3 verse 16 being from God. Can you track, sir?
Okay, great.
Go ahead.
Great.
How do you ascertain what is true and not true?
Now, my turn.
J49er, why do you feel the need to talk every time I answer? Shut your guy.
How do you know what is true and not true?
Wait, I don't want him to have a reason to run. So now let's understand something. Since you agree that you can have information that is reliable within a document and still have an anonymous authorship, let's talk about two different types of anonymity. Anonymity that is internal and anonymity that is external. The document in reference to the book of John is not externally anonymous. It is internally anonymous, such as that there is no counter attribution to it. Sorry. There's no counter attribution to it within any of the early church. Do you agree?
No, there's no contention, but I want to ask you this now. Now that
Perfect.
I answered, watch this,
Perfect.
guys. Watch
Wait a
this.
second.
Hold on. Watch this.
So since
who is the first
it's
person?
the case,
Hold on.
There's
hold on.
no counter attribution. Guess what?
That's not like
you
the biggest
do not
issue
have
here, dude.
evidence in your
Holy,
favor
watch this, guys. Watch
to
this. Just wait
raise
till I
the
talk.
probability of another author.
Sorry, I don't think I heard the first part of your question, dude. What was the first part of your question?
Are you gonna respond? So you agreed that when it is the case that no one in the early church is attributing the Gospel of John to anyone else, the Gospel of John is being attributed consistently. The earliest reference that we have is going to be Justin the Martyr. What does Justin the Martyr call the Gospels? He calls them the memoirs of the apostles and those who follow.
So fried, guys.
Wait,
Holy
pay
moly.
attention. Pay attention.
Okay.
He calls them the memoirs of the apostles and those who followed them, which means you have a plurality on both statements. You have the memoirs of the apostles, which is going to be plural, and then you have those who followed them, which are going to be plural. That aligns with the traditional authorship view. Why? Because the book of Matthew is attributed to Matthew the disciple. The book of Mark is attributed to a companion of Peter. Wait, listen. The book of Luke is contributed to a companion of Paul, and the book of John is contributed attributed to the actual apostle John. Go.
All right. Bought by blood. I don't know why you reference Justin Martyr claiming that disciples wrote the Gospels as if that does any sort of contribution to the argument. In fact, it provides a fallacy, you know, begging the question. Right. So, firstly, let me ask
Justin the
you this
Martyr
question.
begs the question. Are you lost?
Hold on, Bought by blood. I
Me
want
providing
finish,
historical
Can you let me
inductive
finish? Why
probability
is
of
he
the case is
constantly
begging the question?
interrupting as I'm talking, man?
Because you accused me of a
can
fallacy.
You stop? Can you stop? Can you
You
stop?
accused me of a fallacy.
Stop.
You think I'm going to let you get away with that?
Stop. Your voice,
Show
its
how I begged the
hertz
question.
is getting higher. You are nervous.
Show how I begged the question.
Can you stop talking?
Yeah,
Stop.
but in your statement, show how I begged the question.
Yeah, brother, you strawman the question. Holy gibberish, whatever that even means, right? So, bought by blood.
I strawmanned it or I begged the question? Which one?
Who is the first individual that gives the that gives the names of these gospels and attributes them to the gospels? Who was the first person in history to do that?
Brother, I just told you, show how I begged the question.
Oh, so you're not going to answer the question, BBO?
You made a claim. Substantiate it.
You're
Show
not
how I
going to
begged
answer
the
the question,
question
BBO.
by referencing Justin the Martyr.
This is what he does, guys. Are you going to answer the question?
You made a claim. Defend it.
Brother,
Show
brother,
how I begged the
brother,
question.
brother.
What did I do
You
in
made the
committing the
claim.
fallacy of begging the question?
Brother, can you please just answer my question?
Show it.
Can you answer my question? This is looking
After
horrible.
you show how I begged the question.
Are you going to answer? Who's the first person to attribute
Show
these gospels
how I begged
to these
the
individuals
question,
in
Ross.
history? Can you
If
answer
I beg
the
the question, it should be
Okay,
really
brother,
easy to show,
brother,
right?
Brother. Can you please answer my question? Who specifically named these gospels? Who was
I
the
will
first
answer you
person
after
in
you
history
show
to do that?
how I committed the fallacy by using Justin the Martyr.
Brother,
or
you were
take
being-
it back.
you were being
You either
extremely-
defend it
you
or
were-
you retract it.
Brother, you are being extremely circular when you make the claim that, you know, Justin Martyr, he says that you say that Justin Martyr names these gospels. You try to bring that forth as some sort of evidence when all he says is that, oh, well, these are just attributed to disciples. Okay, that doesn't
so I brought
really
it forth as evidence,
that's
which
an
means I'm not
assertion.
begging the
That's an
question.
assertion found within your premise.
No,
right? So
it is
bought by
not
blood,
because I
bought by
said
blood,
it aligns
brother,
with what we
brother,
see of
brother,
the Gospels.
okay,
So
Justin
you just
Martyr's
proved
claim,
I did
wait,
not beg the
Justin
question.
Martyr's claim being
Absolutely
that,
correct.
wait. So wait. So Justin Martyr's claim that disciples wrote the Gospels is going to be some sort of evidence that helps or supplements that the Gospels are not anonymous. You know what?
Yes,
Fine.
100%.
Okay, watch
so
this.
when we see
Watch
Justin
this.
the Martyr
Hold
and
on.
we see the
Bought by
memoirs of
blood.
the
Watch
apostles and
this.
those who
Watch
followed
this.
them,
Who
wait,
was
wait,
the
wait,
first
watch,
person
watch.
to attribute these names?
It is going
to
to be
who's the
positive
first person to-
evidence
All right, brother.
in my favor, Apex.
Who's the first
so when
person
Justin
to
the Martyr,
give these names?
listen. No,
Who's
no,
the
no.
first person to give these
So
names?
you just proved I didn't beg the question,
Who was
but
the
I'm
first
presenting
person to
Justin
give
the
these
Martyr
names
as evidence.
bought by blood?
So pay attention. So
Who's the
when
first
it
person?
comes, listen,
So he's
I'm
not
going to
gonna
respond
answer
to
the
what you just
question,
said.
right?
I'm
You're not
going
gonna
to
answer the
respond.
question,
No, I
bought by
have
blood?
no issue. I have no issue answer your
You
question.
do
but I'm
have
gonna
an
respond
issue.
to what you just
Clearly,
said.
you have an issue because you're not answering.
No, I do not have an issue.
You
Pay
do.
attention.
Can you
when
answer
it
the question?
comes, listen, I'm going to say it again. When it comes to Justin the Martyr, I'm presenting this as evidence that does what? Raises the probability. Why? Because it aligns what we see with the gospel accounts. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the attribution before you get the actual names, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Justin the Martyr says that these are the memoirs of the apostles and those who follow them. And what I said is each of those statements represent plurality to where the memoirs of the apostles is plural, correct?
That's what you said. Yeah.
And those who follow them is also plural, correct?
Sure, but does he name the
Great,
apostles?
so it's going to be a historical justification that Justin the Martyr is aware of who is writing the memoirs of the apostles and those who followed them. It's not
Wait
begging
a
the
second.
question.
Hold on. So you just made the claim that he is aware of who? Let me ask you this. Does he name the apostles?
No.
Okay. So he
That's
didn't
fine.
so he didn't know precisely who. Can we agree?
No, that is opposite of my claim. My claim.
Wait.
is that
I never
Justin the
said that's
Martyr-
your claim or not, brother. I'm just clarifying.
Wait, listen.
It's just
okay?
a yes or no, man. Like
No.
it's quick, right? Yes or no?
I answered.
No. Okay, so the answer is no. He doesn't name specific. You know who
He
is
does
the first
not name
individual?
them, but that does not
Good.
necessitate.
So he doesn't know who
Wait,
did. Now let me
no,
ask
that
you
doesn't
this.
follow. It doesn't
Brother,
follow that
brother,
if you don't
he knew
name
the.
them.
Yeah, you can say
wait,
he knew the
that
disciples,
doesn't
but
follow.
that's not
Apex,
specifically. He didn't name who.
Apex,
He's
non
being
sequitur.
extremely generic.
Non sequitur.
By blood, I'm not done with my questioning.
Non
Who is the
sequitur.
first person in history to mention the apostles' names?
That's a non sequitur. What
Wait,
you
it's
just
a non
said
sequitur to
is
say that
because
he doesn't know who wrote it
name
precisely.
them. No, I'm going to ask you
Therefore, he
again.
doesn't know.
What you just said is a non sequitur. You said
What's a
because he
non
does
sequitur?
not name them, that means he does not know.
No,
Make
that's
the
what's
inference there.
that's the highest. Okay, when I say he did not know, I'm going to be making an argument from probability that if he did know the names of the apostles that wrote this, we would expect him to say it, right?
Why? Why should you
Wait.
make that inference? Why
Wait,
would
wait,
we
wait,
expect
wait,
him to say it? If something's common knowledge,
He wouldn't
wait,
mention
listen,
the
listen.
disciples.
No, you asked a
He
question.
wouldn't
You
mention
said
the
right.
disciples
Let me answer your question.
that wrote the.
Let me answer your
There
question.
is no reason for us to
You asked a
expect.
question. Let me answer
This
it.
is actually embarrassing because
You asked a question. Let me answer.
This ties to my point.
You're just producing non sequiturs. So it does not follow that just because they are not named explicitly, that Justin the Martyr is not aware of them. Because if he says the memoirs of the apostles and those who follow them representing that plurality, it could be very well the case that he is aware of exactly who it is and just doesn't name them. It doesn't follow from that that the probability favors you that he doesn't know them. I can make the inference just as clearly to where I say he is aware of them, and the reason he doesn't name them is because it's already common knowledge.
Wait, it's already common knowledge, but we don't have any historical. Okay, actually, wait. Before I spill that spoiler, let me ask you this because I'm gonna mention the point that I was about to say right after. Who was the first person in history to predicate names Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John onto the four Gospels that we know of? That we know of. Clear question.
Yeah, it's quoted by Eusebius.
Eusebius?
Yeah, I think it's Irenaeus quoting Eusebius.
Irenaeus quoting Eusebius? Do we see that anywhere in Eusebius's writings, or do we see it only in Irenaeus's?
Yes, but now you're just moving the
Sean,
goalposts
answer
to
the question, Sean.
Yeah, now you're just moving the goalposts.
Can you answer the
in
question?
reference-
No.
wait
Can
a
you answer
second.
the question?
Now you're just moving the goalposts.
Can you answer the question?
What do you
Can
mean?
you answer the question? What
Ask
do you
your
mean?
question again.
You don't know how to answer a question.
Ask your question again.
So, okay, so you said that Irenaeus got it from Eusebius. Are you aware of who came first?
I believe it's Eusebius. Or Irenaeus.
All right. So
I might listen. I might be blundering. here. This is
holy
fine.
LARP! There is never a limit. How do you blunder like that in front of 600 people?
Yeah, that's fine.
John.
What's the argument?
Sean, Eusebius came in the 4th century. Irenaeus was present in the 2nd. What are you saying? Right. Right. So notice, guys, he's quiet as good boy because
Yeah,
he
I
know he effed up. Now let me continue.
Yeah,
Irenaeus
listen, I
is
can
the
own
first.
it. Listen, I can
Irenaeus,
own-
guys, I don't know how
Yeah,
you
I
can
can
know
own it.
someone that came after you 200 years.
One sec.
Right?
I can
But
I can
hold
own it.
hold
I can
on.
own it that I got a mix
It's
up.
over already, bro. It's done.
Wait,
It's over.
No,
It's
no,
stop. Don't make
that
it
doesn't
more
follow
over.
just because I made a mistake. I
You
can
made a
complete-
fat
listen, I
mistake
agree.
saying Eusebius quote.
Wait, one second. I can agree. Wait, I can agree.
Yo,
I got the
my
names.
blood.
I got the names
So
mixed up.
can
That's
we
fine.
agree Irenaeus is the first individual that which predicates the actual names of the Gospels and to Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John? He's the
Yeah, it's-
first person, right?
Yes, that's fine. I got the names
When was-
mixed
when
up, but
was
that
he-
doesn't-
when was he alive? When
one
was
sec,
he
one sec.
around?
I want to be clear. I did get the timeline mixed up between
We know
Eusebius
you
and
did.
Irenaeus.
You don't
That's
have
fine.
to tell
Now,
us,
wait,
dude.
Wait a second.
I
Now, wait a
already got
second.
the clip, and this is gonna be
That's
uploaded.
fine. That's fine.
Let the guy talk, bro. Shut
Wait,
up.
that's
What are
fine.
you
That's
doing?
fine. Wait, 1 second.
Yo,
Yeah,
they're
so
panicking.
I can
No,
grant
nobody's
you.
panicking.
Wait,
You're an
They know
insufferable
wait a
little
second.
child, dude. Shut the
Wait
hell
a
up and let
second.
him get his damn
I can
answer out.
grant.
Stop
Why you
being
so
a
mad?
dog and
Wait,
let
pay
him
attention.
clarify.
So
Freaking
it's
clown,
not.
dude.
It still doesn't affect the argument. Whether or not I got the datings mixed up, I got the names of the people who are
Great
referencing
clip, though.
the
You can't
gospel
lie.
correct.
Yeah.
It does. Wait, you agree?
Why am I still being muted when I'm trying to talk?
All right, you can let him talk. All the mods, let him talk. Unless Bob by Blood says something, let him talk. Unbelievable, man. Oh my Lord, something went wrong. Yes, I know, guys. I know. I know you guys. If you guys still hear me, this is. I thought I had a lock and a fix on what the hell was going on with TikTok Live Studio, and apparently, not so much, man. Screen plus camera main. I wonder if this will work. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know if you guys can still see me or not. I don't know what's going on. Request back up, guys. Dang, even my video ninja is gone, man. Oh, there it is. Wait, we're still live. Oh no, hang on. Let me end it. You know what, guys? Let me end it and bring it back up. Let me end it and bring it back up because it's still. I'm sorry. I'm gonna bring everybody back up. Yes, we gotta confirm. We gotta get out of everything. I gotta get out of TikTok Live Studio completely. This would be the day where this crap happens, man. So these guys could at least finish this conversation. Oh my gosh. Bear, can you still hear me? No, I can't hear Barry. Oh, hang on a second. Let me say something. Say something.
Mic check.
Yeah. Okay. There.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. I was able to hear you the whole time. Just
yeah. It's just it did it again, man. Let me add a source. I don't. It's not even showing my camera now. It's not even. It's acting like I've never added a camera here. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Flip. Dude, now it's saying. Now this thing's not even detecting. Camera here. Let me turn this garbage off. Let me see if I can just do it through here. Mommy, please, okay? Give me a second. Thank you. No. Yeah, that's it. Let's just add that as a source, okay? And then we can just turn this off. All right. Let's see if we can go live and I can kind of just fix it. All right, guys. Yeah, I apologize for this thing is just not, it's not cooperating today at all. So hopefully we can get, hopefully we can get everything back in order. And I'm not even going to bother fixing anything. Let me fix up the multi. Oh, okay. It did it by itself. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. It did it again. It froze up on me. Yeah. I don't know if they're going to come back up or
I'll be
not.
fine on that.
Yeah. No, it was nobody's fault. It's doing the same thing over and over. Everything freezes and then everything crashes and it's like, I honestly hate this. I hate this thing so much, man.
Yeah, it kind of froze. We could see the chat. We could still type in chat, but it had frozen, gone all black all of a sudden.
Yeah,
and then it crashed completely.
Yeah, that's what it keeps doing. And it's a shame because I mean, I can't say that it was a very productive conversation, but yeah, guys, if you guys gonna tag up no, I got Entropy. I got the RAM, bro. My computer has 128 gigabytes of RAM. That's not the issue. Believe me when I tell you. That is not the issue. I wish it was something that simple, but it's not that. What up, peace?
Listen, I figured I'd come on this side because the other side was my phone was overheating. I'm gonna have to be in the studio for that, you know.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, except, but yeah, sorry about that, John. Hey, you guys are in the middle of a conversation and everything is. Everything froze up again, so I'm just running TikTok Live. I don't know why it's doing it. It hadn't done it to me. And that's the second time it did it to me today. So I appreciate it. If
Very good.
if you want to get,
I hope he comes back.
No, yeah. If anybody is here, tag on us, tell them to come back up. It shouldn't do it again because I'm not using that virtual cam this time. I guess
You gotta bring that handsome face back on the screen a little bit. You know, maybe that'll.
I know. So, yeah.
Hey,
No,
John.
not. Hey, John, listen. What he said was, okay.
Yeah, share it to Anas. Everybody share it to Anas. Tell him to come back up. Because I don't want him to feel like anybody was trying to.
But everybody's going to lag out, dude. It's fine. Everybody lagged out. We don't owe anything to the Maldives. So, John, he said two things. One is first he agreed, then finally agreed authorship doesn't matter, whether named authorship doesn't matter, whether the book is to be accepted as credible. But then he said, now prove that verse is right. Or how does he judge that verse is not right?
Mm-hmm.
What is his basis of it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to ask him. What is your basis to say it is not right? If you say on one hand, authorship doesn't prove, but a named authorship doesn't prove whether the book is credible or not, because on both sides, his book is canonized and standardized without knowing authors. And if he wants to say you can establish the authors are the authors, at least we tell you who the authors are over here. Fine. But then what verse, when he brought you that verse, John, it's like, how do you, because he'll say whatever agrees with the Islam is good, whatever disagrees with the Quran is bad.
Yeah.
That's how he's using his judgment on that verse not being good. What's his standard? Where the hell did he come up and say that he can pick and choose? How does he determine what he can pick and choose out of the Gospel of John?
He doesn't, Jay, and that's why if you noticed, as soon as
no, but John needs to ask him that. That's what it is. You guys are going into this other stuff, and I'm like, bro, how is he determining what is true and not? What's his determining factor for what is true or not?
Jay's
I agree,
but it wasn't my
Jay's-
conversation, so.
Jay's right. No, Jay's right in that regard. And he made he made a claim that didn't make any sense to me. He said because he made this claim because he didn't want to go to the Islamic dilemma,
Right,
because he knew you get fried by Jay. So
and
he
that's
said
that-
this.
he does
so-
what they always do. They don't want to talk about anything Islamic because they know that their religion is laughably and demonstrably false. So that's why as soon as he heard the word Quran, he started crying.
He's gonna be.
He said
He's gonna be a
that for
coward.
John
He's not gonna come back. He's
3:16.
gonna get the clip and run with it.
He said for John
Let him.
3:16, if we can prove the authorship of John 3:6 of John to be John, then that somehow proves the reliability of John 3:16. Sorry, I'm busy. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I need to sorry.
No, it's not about proving authorship. We're going to tell you, proving authorship is not important at all. Okay? Number one, because on both ends, he doesn't have any authorship. The question is, he judged 3:16 as not being that he wants to contend on 3:16. On what basis is he contending it? How does he pick and choose what to contend and not? That's what you should ask him, John.
He just wants to run. Yeah, he just wants to
Right?
run.
Because he's saying whatever agrees with Islam is good, whatever disagrees with me with Islam, then I pick it as being bad out of your thing.
Yeah, he just wanted to run with the clip, Jay, because he's not requesting backup. He did the same thing to Fearless Truth the other day. He got the ever living he got the snot kicked out of him talking to Fearless Truth, and then he actually ran himself. You know what I mean? And now he's gonna try to act like somebody like he did earlier. Somebody kicked me. But you guys are welcome. Keep tagging him. I find it interesting that he's got so many of his followers in here, but he's not here. So if all of you guys found the live stream again, it's not like he can't, right? I don't understand why.
No, he's not gonna come back because then he has to get back to the actual argument.
Mm-hmm. Which you can't do.
The only thing he's holding on to right now is I got the dates between Eusebius and Irenaeus mixed up.
Which is fine, but
that's
at
basically
least you're man enough to admit a mistake. You're not going to pull the Muslim card and act like you didn't say what you just said. You know what I mean? We got T-Rock coming up. Muhammad on Video Ninja, can you hear me? Muhammad on Video Ninja, can you hear me? Hello, Muhammad.
Give me one moment. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
All right, perfect. How's it going, guys?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. So right now, if y'all can just give me a little information about the topic. I know it's about explaining Islam to y'all, and y'all are Christians, correct?
No, it's not about explaining Islam to us because I don't believe Islam is even an Abrahamic. I don't even believe Islam is a real religion, to be honest with you.
Okay. So I'm here to deliver a message. and y'all want proof. So I think
deliver
I like to
a
start
message
from the
Yo,
beginning.
I'm so sorry. I got something for the host. Sorry, one sec. We can't see like the prompt on TikTok.
I know.
A
I don't
message.
even I don't even have one up.
It just says
Just-
requested be
yeah.
disagreed.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I don't
So
even.
we
I don't
don't
even
know-
have a
yeah.
topic up. Yeah. I'll add it right now. But yeah, Muhammad, who here? While I'm doing that, who is your message from? This message that you have.
So where we connected to is it's from God, but it breaks down to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and
Excellent.
then
Let's
there's-
talk about that. Where if it's
Okay.
from God, right? Do you believe? Are you going to tell us? Are you going to tell us now that Muhammad was speaking to God? Because you're.
So what I'm gonna tell y'all first
This would be
is-
from. This would be what the theological fundamental basis of what you're trying to tell us, right? Yeah, and kind of you can thank your predecessor for this because I find it extraordinarily funny when Muslims want to give us a message, right? And they think that Christian polemics
Oh, I
is going to
accidentally
somehow.
pot.
They think that Christian polemics is somehow going to prove Islam, and you waited for a long time. So if your message is from God, and you're saying it's on behalf of Muhammad, you said, is that what you said?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, your message you think is the same message that would have been given to me from Muhammad?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
All right, man. Have a good one. Yeah, you know what? All you little Mohammedans in the chat, if you really think that John took such a big fat L, then why is your boy not here right now? I find it hilarious that all these people, 150 some odd people, found the live again, including you all, but Anas is not here, right? That's just the same reason why when he got his ass whooped by Fearless Truth the other day, he didn't come back up again. Interesting. So, Bought by Blood made it clear, and he said, oh yeah, I messed up the timeline. Okay, it's still irrelevant to the point that I'm making, but that's what he got. Fine, if that's a victory to you guys, no problem. I mean,
Yeah,
your religion really is that
here's
pathetic,
here's
so it
what we
doesn't
still
surprise me.
have. So what we still have in reference to traditional authorship is extremely early attribution. So when you get, like, let's say the first person to ever name the Gospels is Eusebius in, I think it's like 325, right? When Eusebius names the Gospels, that's still incredibly early attribution in comparison to what we have with a number of different like historical documents of the time. If you look at like the manuscripts, like how many we have in terms of Tacitus, in terms of Herodotus or Thucydides or any of those, you're still going to have way earlier documentation. Even Plato.
Yeah, so just so you know, for you in the comment, the reason we had so many viewers was because of Deron Dorsey. It had nothing to do with that joke, that Carrot Top wannabe that you call an apologist, just so you know. Had nothing to do with Mar from Home Alone. The fact that you think that the viewership was because of him is absolutely hilarious, because the only reason why we had that kind of viewership was because of Deron Dorsey, a Christian. It had nothing to do with your curly-haired, anorexic, peptide-selling little clown. Nothing.
Mar from Home Alone is such a legendary Paul.
Dude, that's exactly what he looks like. That's exactly what he looks like.
That's a legendary reference.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And guys, this is like, bro, this is the problem, right?
Yeah, let me say something.
What's it called? Bought by Blood blunder had no meaningful impact on anything he said. Like
Nothing.
it was a meaningless blunder. It was literally a meaningless blunder.
Well, Arj, you got to remember, brother, that these are people who follow Muhammad as a prophet, right? So think about how limited the IQ behind anything they think is. Honestly, right? You know what I mean? John Doe, you're on stage. What's up?
Question for you.
Are you a Muslim?
You believe?
Wait, just 1 second,
Hold on.
Basil. The
I
only
just wanna
reason why it's
address
an
the
echo
fan-
chamber is why no one's coming up. That's why. Just
Yeah.
want to address Basil in the comments. He
John
isn't
Doe,
coming up, that's
are you a Muslim?
Yes.
All right. Are you going to address the prompt?
Yes.
All right. Address the prompt.
Okay. What does death mean?
Death means separation of spirit from body. And if you're gonna say something stupid about loss of control of the body, I'm gonna move on to the next guest.
Can you refute the argument, sir?
Yeah,
I just did. I gave you the actual definition.
No.
Ooh,
But you said you're gonna drop me.
Can I talk to
Yeah,
him?
go ahead, peace. Go ahead. Yeah.
Why can't I speak to the host?
I'm up. Go ahead then. Go ahead.
Okay.
I guess you're scared of me. I don't know.
I don't even. No one's scared of you.
Doesn't
bro. I'm
matter.
trying to-
No, it doesn't matter.
Why
We're
can't-
going she's
We
gonna.
hold
she's
to the
gonna
same
address it.
worldview. Like I don't
She's
understand.
going to engage with you.
Yeah, she
Go ahead.
can engage with whoever she wants. She doesn't need his
But
permission.
what does death mean?
We already answered it to you.
Yeah, that's
the next
the
question.
answer.
You
Is that
already
the
answered.
only
You already
death?
answered.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a true or false statement right here. I want you to answer if it's
No,
true
what
or
is that?
false.
Do you
okay?
agree with it?
Can
I
you
know,
be
like run your
quiet, sir?
argument. Look, now
Hold on.
that's it.
Hold on.
You
Can I
can't run your
talk?
argument?
Can I talk?
Do you agree with what he
Run your
said?
argument.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay. Now, is this a true or false statement? When an individual dies, they lose control of their bodily and life functions. True or false?
What's the relevance?
Just answer the question, ma'am, please.
What's the relevance?
Ma'am, do you want
Yeah,
to
if it's
engage or
relevant to
not?
the argument, if it's relevant,
It's
I will answer
relevant.
it.
I'll show you how it's relevant after.
I'm allowed
you
to ask
answer
the
it.
relevance. I don't have to waste my time.
I'll show you how it's relevant after I answer. After you answer.
No, that's not how that works.
Okay,
You
she
can show
doesn't
me-
want
you
to
can tell me the
engage. She doesn't
relevance.
want to engage, guys. I knew she
Because
didn't.
it's not relevant.
Host,
Prove
can
me
I
wrong.
engage with you? Host,
Well,
can I engage with you?
you gotta answer her, right? She's asking for a clarifier.
Brother,
What is
she
the
does
relevance?
not want to engage
Prove
with the question.
me wrong,
John Doe,
brother.
here, let me help you, brother. She's asking
I
you
be asking
for a
two questions
qualifier.
and they run,
that's
bro.
what I'm saying. You're asking. Now, here's the thing, dude.
I will
She's
answer. No,
well,
hold
John,
on. I'll
hold on, brother,
answer.
hold on. You don't start talking in the middle when I'm talking. You must have lost your damn mind, okay? Now, what I'm trying to explain to you is that she's asking you to qualify why you're asking a question, right? Now, there's only two reasons why you wouldn't want to do that. Number one, because you can't. Number two, because you're running a script and you can't. Either way, you can't.
You know what?
yeah.
I'll answer the question and then you gotta tell me the relevance.
Okay, so answer the question.
Go ahead, repeat the question.
Okay, I have it. This is a true or false question here. When an individual dies in the normative way everyone thinks of death, when you pass away, ma'am.
He's even using Lesbiano's words, dude.
Are you going to be in? Okay, cool. Just refute it. Are you going to be in control of your bodily and life functions? True or false?
He even sounds like him.
No, you hold on one second. You misspoke. Like you're asking your question
Okay,
is
yeah,
informed
yeah.
property.
Yeah,
No, one
so-
second, because you asked two things. You said if an individual, and then you said if you. Are you talking about an individual or are you talking about me?
Okay, let me rephrase.
Okay.
When a person dies, they are in
Mm-hmm.
control of their body. True or false?
It depends who the person is.
Okay. So there's a possible world where a human being could die and still be in control of his body.
Yeah, if God took on human flesh.
Okay, what is the medical definition of death?
The medical definition or the
Yes.
definition? Is there multiple definitions of death?
The biblical, the separation from soul and flesh does not contradict the medical definition, ma'am.
Okay, so separation of soul and flesh.
Okay, but that doesn't contradict the medical. What is the medical definition? Can you answer that?
You tell me. The
saying-
definition I gave you is what I believe death is. So I'm not a doctor. You want to
Let
give me the
just-
medical
I'm
definition?
trying to simplify this as much as I can. Ma'am, when you die, can you open your eyes willingly? Yes or no?
Okay. Oh, so now it's about me.
It's about humans in general. I'm just
So
trying
it's
to
not
clarify
about
for you.
God taking on flesh. Okay.
No.
hold on.
Wait.
Okay,
So
okay,
now
hold
you're
on.
talking about a medical. Now, is your criteria like
Here.
doctors or
Ma'am,
like
ma'am,
what are we
the
talking
fact
about now?
You're playing games, but here.
I'm playing games, or you're
Here.
mad that you can't run a script.
Okay, did Jesus die the same way?
First of all,
me and you were
I
going to die?
answered multiple questions, and you haven't given me the
you
relevance of
haven't answered
knowing the
anything,
medical
ma'am.
definition or seeing if a human can control.
Ma'am,
I
did
already
Jesus-
answered your question. Now what?
Did Jesus die the same way me and you are going to die? Yes or no?
Jesus separated his soul from his flesh.
Ma'am, that's not what I asked you, ma'am.
Is that
I
not the
asked
definition
you-
of death?
Did Jesus die? Did Jesus die the same way me and you are going to die?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. So when you
Yes.
die, you will no longer be in control of your body, correct, ma'am?
But I'm not God. You said you.
Hold on. You
You said
said
you.
Jesus. You just said it yourself. You admitted that Jesus Christ died the same way you're going to die.
Yeah, but
correct?
Jesus, God, Christ is also not the same person as I am.
But that's irrelevant. You said
No,
he
that's
didn't
actually
die.
that's actually relevant. You clearly don't know what
Oh my
relevant
God,
means because you
ma'am.
keep asking me irrelevant questions.
You just said Jesus Christ is going to die the same way you are. Now,
Yeah,
now
that
let's
doesn't mean
take
he's
it.
the same person.
I never said dude. I never
Okay,
said
so
that.
if
I
he's not, I
understand
said
that.
depending on the person, that is what is going to say if the person has control of the body after death or not.
So are you
Depending
saying
on the
Jesus Christ
person. Now
was in
refute me.
control? Okay, are you
Depending on the person.
so you're saying Jesus Christ was in control of his body?
Yes, because he's God.
Okay, so he could have opened his eyes when he was on the cross.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. What's the argument?
The point is, he didn't truly die because the way you will truly die.
What
is you
does
will-
his soul separating from his body have to do with the fact that he can still sustain all of creation because he's God?
Was he in
Tell me how
control
does
of
that
his
connect?
body? Yes or no?
What?
Was he in control of his body? Yes or no?
So are you just not going to engage? Because
Ma'am,
that was asked
you
and answered like
said-
4 times.
Ma'am, you said
Answer
Jesus
my
Christ-
question. Answer
Ma'am,
my question because I've been
ma'am,
answering
ma'am,
questions and you didn't
ma'am,
even answer the first one that you
ma'am,
agreed
you're
to, giving me the
extremely low
relevance.
IQ, ma'am. Listen,
Hey, Brother Maverick,
when
can
an
you have him answer my
individual
question?
dies, you agreed that when you're gonna die the same way that Jesus Christ died, correct?
No,
Now, ma'am, it is a fact that when you die, you're not going to be in control of your body, correct?
Okay, what's the argument that
So the
God
argument
can't
is this:
be in control
if
of
he
his
died
body?
the same way you are, he is
Yeah,
not. Therefore, he
because
is not
I
in
can't. Because after
control.
my soul separates from my body, I no longer am in that body.
So he didn't die the
I'm
same
not,
way you
and
are.
I'm not
then.
God. So I'm not sustaining that body. God is sustaining that body.
Okay, so he didn't die the same way you are, though.
Death and personhood are not the same thing. So he died the same way I'm
ma'am.
going to die. That doesn't mean he's not divine and still sustains all of creation. What's the argument?
The argument is, ma'am. Oh my God, dude, you're so slow. Are you going to be in
hilarious.
control of your
So
body?
you're just gonna
or
keep
not?
asking me personal questions about me?
Dude, because you are low IQ and you cannot keep
I'm
up
low
with the
IQ, but you don't know
conversation,
the
ma'am.
difference between a God and a regular human.
Can God contradict himself?
So now we're asking another question.
This guy's running so many scripts in his head he doesn't
This
understand.
is
All right,
crazy.
It's not about scripts. I'm trying to
Okay,
show
all right,
you the word.
let me
How do you guys like wrangle
If you
people like
truly
this?
die-
Because like, what the hell?
Okay, let me look. Okay, all right. So now, in our theology, one divine person of the Son remained united to both his human body in the tomb and his human soul and spirit after death. So saying Jesus did not have control over his body only proves that he truly experienced human death. It does not prove he's not God. How are you associating that with not being God?
So, sir, are you admitting he was not in control of his body?
I'm not admitting anything. I'm saying according to your refutation, prove it to us according to what you're saying. He is not God.
Is God in control of all things?
Is your mama in control of you?
Do you mind if I point out a couple of things?
What are you talking
Okay,
about?
now listen to me, you fool. You jahil.
Listen,
Talk
you-
about low IQ, okay? You idiot.
Answer
Listen
me.
to me. Listen to me. Otherwise, they're gone.
Yeah.
You made a statement. If he's not in control, that means he isn't God. So I'm just going with you and saying, how does that entail it? How does that not make him God?
Because
I'm not
is
saying
God
he
in
wasn't
control of all things, man?
I'm just
sir?
asking you, how does it not?
Is God in control of all things? Yes or no?
How does it not if he's not in control? You're saying he's not in control, therefore you're saying it
Is
entails that
being
he's
in
not God.
control
How
of
does that follow?
everything-
Listen.
Okay,
you
sir,
son
let
of
me
a-
ask you a question. Sir, let me ask you a question. The Indian.
Listen,
Go ahead.
The hell
you
off my
son of
stage, bro.
Muta.
Get off my stage.
Okay, get out.
Question for Jay or Peace or Minister Maverick. When Jesus said, "Tear this temple down, and in 3 days I'll build it up again. I'll raise it up again," is that not in control?
Yeah, but
That is-
that's what Peace was trying to explain to him,
Yeah.
is that the death of a regular instantiated being is not the same as the death of the literal living God.
Exactly.
Right? And that's the problem.
But,
that
you know,
he
but-
doesn't understand that.
There's
also
two
made
things.
a few
There's
complete
with
category errors.
with what the guy was saying and the argument that he was trying to use. There's something that you have to clarify, right? There's the immediate action of death. Now, did Jesus die in the same way that we did? Yes, because normatively, just the action of death itself is when the spirit separates from the body, rendering the body unable to move, talk, all the functions, right?
Yeah.
But the consequence is the as a consequence. No, sorry, no. The immediate action is the spirit separating. The consequence of the action is that therefore the human can't move around and stuff. But because God is sovereign, Jesus never lost the symmetry breaker would be that humans can't, within their own power, reunite their spirit with their body. But Jesus says in John 2, where about the temple, that he will rise himself up. The symmetry
you.
breaker, because God being sovereign, is that he has the innate power.
Yep.
With us on the day of resurrection, it's God who has to raise us from the dead. We don't have the ability to do that. But Jesus being conscious, as we see in 2 Peter 1:14, when he's preaching to the souls who are in Abraham's bosom, he didn't cease to exist.
Amen.
He
But
was
his
willing,
first-
he was
his
consciously
first
able
point-
through his spirit to reunite himself with his body. That's a symmetry breaker.
But his first point was the first problem,
Go ahead,
because
Chris.
his first point was medical death.
Yeah.
The medical tries to determine death according to what we can test, and we have not so far found a way to test the spirit or the soul.
Correct.
And therefore, any assessment of physical death does not, by definition, encounter the spirit or soul.
Amen. Real quick, guys, let me read out some super chats that have been here the entire stream. Appreciate everybody, dude. Bear knows this guy better than anybody. Another $50 super chat from your favorite era, bro. That was one of the first ones right off the bat. Thank you, Trend Tracker, for becoming a Cross Unit fan, becoming a channel sponsor. Thank you for the $5 super chat from Mailgator. So much says, can we get a slippery stage emote? Yeah, I'm gonna have to make one of those. Bear actually originated that, so I'm gonna have to get with them on that. Ogden, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Says great panel and stream. Thank you for your service, brother Maverick. God bless you. Thank you, my brother. And for the 5 gifted membership from Sir Clips a lot. Thank you so much, brother. God bless you, man. Really, really, really appreciate everyone. You guys, for all you guys who sent all the gifts, especially for you guys who were sending the myriad of gifts to Bought by Blood during that. I would dare to call it a shouting match with Islamic Apex, and not because it was the fault of Bought by Blood, but you know what, guys, it is what it is. And you know, a huge shout out. Here's the thing, and I'll tell you guys, huge shout out to somebody who, like, if you make a mistake or you make a mistake and you say, so, oh, you know what, I'm sorry, you're right, I was wrong, right? Irenaeus was before Eusebius. There's no problem with that. But the fact, I want you guys to notice that the fact that Muslims have to take an admitted mistake and claim it as a victory shows how pathetic your entire religion is, right? And there's a reason why I did this. There's a reason why I did this, guys. I wanted them to attack Christianity because I want, especially with Anas. Did you guys see the moment the Quran was mentioned, the moment that Islam is mentioned, they lose their freaking minds. Why? Because they know that whether it is subconsciously or otherwise, they know that their religion is indefensible. They know that their prophet is, again, indefensible. Like they think that Christian polemics is going to help them prove Islam, and it's actually the opposite. Because you idiots, if you had the ability to prove Christianity false, you're taking Islam and your book down with it. Because your book is literally affirming the Bible. It is affirming the previous scriptures. I mean, the fact that they're too stupid to know that says a lot. Z, you're on stage.
Yeah, that's not true, but anyway, that's not what I wanted to debate.
That's okay.
Ards, I wanted to touch on something Ard said. I just wanted to wait for you to finish, though.
Appreciate that. Go ahead.
I believe Ards said that Jesus didn't lose full control of his body, unless I misheard you. Can you elaborate on that?
I said that Jesus has, unlike us, that Christ has the innate power to rise himself back up from the dead, because he says in John 2, he says, I raise her from the dead. I have the power to raise her from the dead. Or if he thought, I forgot which one.
Yeah.
Sure. So do you...
But like his body, his body for those 3 days, like he wasn't faking it. He was true. Like his body couldn't truly move. But whether or not he was able to reunite himself That's a different question.
So do you affirm that he did lose control of his body for
What
those
is your
3 days?
argument? What is your argument? Forget about any more questions.
Wait,
What is your
no,
argument?
it's fine, it's fine. If you're saying
No,
losing
I want to hear.
control in the
No one
sense
knows
of
the argument.
Jay.
What is the argument?
If you know, not kind of, I've heard it before as well. If you're saying losing control in the sense of he has no opportunity to get it back, like he's permanently lost it, no. Like the bodily life functions were rendered unable to be done.
Hold on.
Like, I know
What is the argument? If you've heard it before, what is the argument?
Jay, why are you attacking me, bro?
No, I'm not attacking you. I'm asking what is the argument?
Jay's a little aggressive.
The argument is that he's separated from his body and therefore he's not dead, or he's not separated from his body, in which case he never
Can I
died.
respond to this argument,
Yeah,
please?
go ahead.
If that's
Go ahead.
cool.
Yeah, go
Like,
ahead.
who's bringing this
I don't know
argument?
what's wrong with
His name is Z. Yeah, it's on TikTok. His name is
Yeah,
Z.
I was just continuing it. Yeah.
Okay, so run the argument again, please, from the beginning.
Yeah. So it wasn't originally my argument, but I can present it still. I don't want to take credit for it.
Go ahead.
But I just want to say that if Jesus temporarily or permanently, obviously not permanently, but if he temporarily lost control of his body, according to your paradigm, then he cannot possess full omnipotence. That's my argument.
What? That's not the argument that they were running prior, bro.
That's not what I was saying, and that's not even what I was saying. Bro.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on what Art
Are you
was saying. He
Muslim?
said that. Yeah, I am.
Okay, that's not the argument they were running. He was running the argument that an actual human death would be separation of soul and body, meaning resulting that you don't have any operations of your body. So therefore, if Jesus did not have operations of the body, then he can't be God, right? He can't actually have control of it. Or
Well, I thought
if
I
he
said
did,
that, but I guess not.
And to expound on my position that you're attacking, I never made the claim. Like the simple that I gave is that at no point did Jesus not have the ability to reunite himself. That's the difference between us and humans. That was my position. Not that he's some sort of temporary facade.
Oh, so you're saying he always had the ability to reunite?
Yes, because he rises himself from the dead, John 2.
Yeah, okay.
Because we know in 2 Peter 1, if that's not the case, then I think it's in 2 Peter when it talks about Christ preaching to the souls who in Abraham's bosom. Well, that implies consciousness. Well, no, it denotes consciousness. It wasn't insofar as like him. Sorry.
Yes, the soul is conscious after death. Yes.
Yeah.
How does that follow if he doesn't have control of his body? Let's go with their argument that doesn't make him divine. How does that follow? What's the logic here?
Well, I'd say omnipotence requires absolute control over everything in the universe.
I think he means sovereignty, not omnipotence.
Well, I mean the power of all things, but sure, sovereignty.
But again, yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't it just keeps on going back to the same point. There was no point where like Christ lost the ability to reunite himself. If you can prove that, well then that's going to be problematic. But there's no point. He just doesn't make the claim, nor do the apostles narrate it being that way.
Well, yeah, but I'm not really arguing against the fact that, because I know that you guys believe he always had the ability to reunite with his body.
So then why were you attacking that position?
Yeah, I'm arguing that death requires that you are no longer able to control your body. Like, even if it's for a specific amount of time, it doesn't have to be eternity, but for a specific amount of time, if you are dead as a human.
But we aren't divine.
How many times can I say the same thing over and over again? But okay, it's fine.
Brother, the ability to reunite with your body doesn't mean that you didn't.
It requires consciousness. It requires consciousness.
Yeah, we all have consciousness after death. That's how we go to hell or heaven.
Okay, so bro, what's the argument? Because I'm repeating myself over and over again.
Yeah, my
I think
argument
it's getting me as well.
Oh, pardon. Who said that?
Just make clarify one more time what the actual argument is. Because I don't want to track it.
All right, I'll try to reword it. Jesus, I'd say he lost control. He was not able to perform anything with his body during those 3 days that he was dead. Therefore, he does not possess sovereignty or omnipotence. Even if it was for a set amount of time, he did not possess it. And if he did, then it wasn't true death.
Just to be linguistically like more accurate, did he lose control or did he willingly give it up? Because that's a huge difference. If I temporarily, right?
Yeah.
If I've got, I don't know, this analogies are gonna be entering. If I have a ball, for example, and I leave it to the side, is it the same as brother snatching it from my hand?
No.
Is it one's losing possession of the ball and one's putting it to the side? Obviously, and for Christ's sake, it would have been to fulfill prophecy and to fulfill the plan of salvation that he constantly emphasized.
Gentlemen, let's try to wrap this up within the next 5 minutes because I'm gonna have to end in a second.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so Ard, I believe that your paradigm is that he willingly gave up the control of his body. Is that correct?
Yeah, he willingly chose to separate. Yeah, he willingly chose to for his soul to separate from his body.
Yeah. Yeah, continue.
No, sorry. I'm watching the Mexico game whilst I'm talking to you.
Oh yeah, no problem. All right. Yeah. So my issue with this is that it falls under Rene Descartes' definition of omnipotence. He said that God can do any, or I guess the power of omnipotence allows you to do anything. For example,
doesn't that prove my case?
Yeah.
Wait. That proves my case.
No, exactly, brother. Exactly. I'm telling you that
does God have the power to temporarily set something aside whilst not actually losing it permanently?
Brother, my issue is that
that actually proves the omnipotence of our God because he has the power to do that.
Ards, my argument is that this definition is not logical because you're saying that he willingly gave up the control of his body, or as Descartes says, he can make a rock so heavy he can't lift, or he can willingly give up omnipotence. My issue with that is, does that mean God can willingly?
No, because it was never something that he lost. It was never something that he lost insofar as like, oops, how can I get it back? It wasn't, you're presenting it in that way. Sorry for like the simple language I'm using. But it's just, you're presenting it in a way that like he lost it and he couldn't get it back. That would mean God's not sovereign. But if you're temporarily setting something to the side, that doesn't mean he's permanently lost something.
Okay, so I can use a different word then. I could say he gave up the control of his body. Do you agree with that?
Sure. If you acknowledge the fact that it wasn't something that he permanently lost insofar as him not being sovereign, if that's how you're acknowledging and using it, then sure.
Yes, I acknowledge that. Yeah, he didn't permanently give up or lose control of his body, but he did give it up for a set amount of time, which was 3 days according to you, right?
3 if we're using Jewish calendar. Yeah, I mean it might look like 2 for you, but according to Jewish calendar, it's 3 days.
Yeah.
But
okay,
so if you acknowledge that, so now I have the ultimate question. I think that's once that ends it, but how would that now mean he's not sovereign if you accept my definition of what happened with the crucifixion? And after you answer that, I think that's what host wants to end it. I can tell.
Yeah, no problem. So I would say that would make him not sovereign because sovereign requires full control over everything at all times. For example, being all-knowing, you can't give up knowledge of something.
Yeah, I told you that's what he was doing.
Right.
Yeah, so, I mean, please explain to me where his divinity depends on a physical body, control over a physical body.
Where does divinity require the control of a human body?
Yeah.
Well, does that not fall under sovereignty?
No. Why does you have to explain to me? How does it follow that his divinity, his divine nature, he stops being divine because he doesn't have control of a body, of a fleshly body?
Well, God.
I mean, Jesus is not merely a body. He's the how do you even entail this that his divinity is affected by the body, whether he has control over it or not?
Right.
Yeah.
Because you still have to contend with the resurrection too, brother. So, you know what I mean? Like you have a lot of loose ends in this argument. It's crazy because you also have to contend with not only Jay's question, but then, okay, you claim that he couldn't be God because he lost control of his body. Okay, but then 3 days later, he's resurrected and seen by hundreds of people. Like, do you understand where we're coming from?
Yeah, I
Not
understand.
just
where you're coming from.
and by his own accord as well. That's a symmetry breaker. That is a symmetry breaker by his own accord.
Yeah.
I mean, does God need like living human nervous system to possess the divine power?
Well, according to the Orthodox beliefs, I believe that you hold that God possesses control over every single thing in the universe.
Well, divine
And he
control.
shows that
He
control
gives us
by
free will
picking up
too,
his
right?
human flesh after 3 days.
Right.
Right.
He doesn't have to show that control every second.
Right. And
But
that's, and especially if it's
define
willing.
control for me.
Right.
Okay.
Especially
Because
if it's willing.
Right.
Yes,
One second, guys. Hold on. Define control for me, because he gives us free will. If I decide to take my body today and jump off a, you know what, and unalive myself, that's me doing that action.
Yeah.
So define control. What do you mean by that?
Control would be.
And also answer the question: does he need a human nervous system to prove his to keep his divinity?
Right.
Yeah, so God having control would mean that he has the choice to cease or continue its, I guess, existence.
Well, he gives us free will on our bodies.
Pardon?
He gives us free will on our bodies.
Yes, but at the
Whatever
same
we
time,
want to
that
do.
doesn't negate his power over it.
Well, who said about anything about power? You said a control over it. If he chose to give up something, then that's fine, right?
But
If
my
it's his
issue
choice,
with this is if he can choose to give up control over this, then he can choose to give up his role as being all powerful. He can choose to give his control to someone.
Hold on, that is incorrect. Yeah, that's incorrect, brother. Because the problem is
the fact that you acknowledge. Sorry.
No, you're fine. The problem is, brother, is that you're saying he can give up. No, brother, because you're confusing two things. Because of the hypostatic union, we understand that an all-powerful God took on flesh, right? He at no point stopped being the all-powerful God. Okay, so he can't give. I know what you're getting at. Okay, well, if he can leave and choose to control his flesh and choose not to control his flesh, then that means he can do the same with his divine essence. Where in Scripture, anywhere in the history of Judaism or Christianity do we ever see anything like that? That is a metaphysical claim you just made that I get. Substantiate that. Please, go ahead.
Wally's, I don't know what he's saying.
No,
I don't know what he's saying.
you have nothing for that, Z?
Given FIFA, can I
there's
give
one
a
simple
super
question.
example for this?
He left.
Yeah.
I asked him one question and he left.
And if he's able to resurrect his body after 3 days, he's really not you can't say he gave up control, that he has no control.
And that's how I
The
pinned
thing
him,
is,
guys.
bro, it's really simple. If at any point in time you have the ability, like for sure, it's guaranteed, right?
Mm-hmm.
That if you choose to press the button, there is no way that like a certain action won't come to fruition. If you have that power, then even though you're not enacting it in the moment, did you ever not have the power? That's what I was trying to get him to understand.
Right.
If he chooses to temporarily separate his body and soul, and he always has the power, like could he have resurrect, like in terms of like the innate power, could he have resurrected within 5 minutes? Yes. Did he chose not to and wait 3 days to fulfill prophecy? Yes.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Like he never. I mean, I told him like 10 times.
It's crazy.
He didn't get it.
It's crazy how one question was the end of it. Like you understand, ladies and gentlemen, that his question is based off of this extraordinarily flawed presupposition that because the Son chose to give up the flesh for a 3-day period, that means that he could also give up the essential property of being all powerful. No, the Bible never teaches that, right? Jesus doesn't teach that. And the reason why it's not a problem for him to do that in the flesh is because God the Son didn't always exist as the flesh. He incurred that second nature willingly, okay? And so whatever he chooses to do or not to do after incurring that second nature does not change who he is or change his existence at the divine level. It's not difficult. Go ahead, Art, or whoever was talking.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, like, people, what's it called? When people attack Christ being God, they attack like his incarnation, which is fine. I understand they want to prove a logical absurdity, but what they then fail to understand, well, they probably understand that, and they're doing it intentionally, is they assume, which, like you just said right now, was bang on, right? Christ was never eternally like incarnated.
Right.
This happened. This happened at a moment in time. So he's saying like, oh, for example, I don't know. I think Job, God can't sleep or something.
Right.
Oh, that means Jesus slept. Well, yes, because this is just referring to God, but just God Himself before the incarnation.
Right.
It's not like Job hasn't got the knowledge of the incarnation, and he's saying in light of this, God can't sleep. That's not what Job's doing. You have to understand context.
Yeah.
These.
Well, they're not good at that. They're not good at that. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say, man, huge shout out and thank you to everybody who participated today, especially on the Video Ninja side. So Bear the Image, Peace Apologetics, Nick from Fearless Truth, huge thank you. And Nick came by, guys, despite the fact that he's been under the weather, and he still came by. He was here with us for almost 2 hours. Chris Oakey, Bought by Blood, Harvest Arts, J49er, Duran Dorsey. Duran Dorsey was one of the biggest reasons, guys. He didn't participate. He actually said, I'm gonna jump on your iPad to make sure that you keep a good audience. He didn't have to do that. And then even after the crash, guys, and I wanted to explain, I feel terrible because everything was going great. And then there's an issue with TikTok Live Studio about sharing virtual cameras and stuff. And it causes all the screens to go black and crash, and TikTok Live Studio to crash, and then you can't hear anything, and it drops all the guests. And it is infuriating, right? And then it happened once. Duran rejoined again. Thank God he saw my message. And then it happened again, guys. And listen, I'm grateful that he was able to support at all. Despite the technical issues and despite TikTok Live Studio and its shortcomings, I think it was an extraordinarily successful stream. I really appreciate every single one of you coming through here. I was very, very happy and very excited to do this. We will be doing it again in future, guys. I'm probably going to wait until Bear and Peace both have access to their systems so that there's no issues. And there's probably a piece of hardware that I need to change up here too, because I'm suspecting that there's probably some issues with that as well. Other than that, guys, I would give this a 95 to 99% success rate as far as today's stream. Tuesday, guys, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. God willing, we're gonna resume normal streaming again, and yeah, it should be a good time, guys. Other than that, guys, be safe, be good, be blessed. I'll see you guys when I see you. Remember that Jesus is King, and you only go to heaven, guys. Have a good one, guys.